It's banquet.
What's up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Join us here. Agree to disagree. Here we go.
Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're gonna say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Agree to Disagree here on A2D Radio. Thankfully, I played the right opening bit this week, or this time. On Wednesday, I played the wrong one. So we're already off to a good start. At the end of the show, we're going to get our crumbs of the week. I'm sure we got a good week of crumbs into us. We're going to talk a little Sixers and Eagles updates. Some things have, obviously, NBA season is done. Eagles are rumored and have made a couple small moves, so we'll talk about that real quick. What's going on with the Phillies? Phillies had a rough road trip. Are there changes coming ahead to the roster? And our main topic at hand is the road trip, the 2-4 road trip that the Philadelphia Phillies have squandered, I'd say, against the Braves and the Cardinals. Our poll question for tonight, brought to you by Specialized Physical Therapy. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy. 2 locations, Cherry Hill, Burlington. Go find them. Let them know the boys from A2D sent you. Mired in a massive slump. There we go. Brandon Marsh should be sent down to the minors. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Let us know. We're live, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and you can find us anywhere you get your podcast later on. Gentlemen, I think it is time. I think it's either time for a send-down or time for a makeover, right? Something's got to give here. Something's got to change with this outfield situation and maybe with the entire team. You thought that maybe the Bryson move to the leadoff hole might have been that different spark, but then we went right away from it again today, right? I know big bad lefties on the mound. God forbid we have lefty in the lineup. But I think Brandon Marsh is batting 108 right now.
Stock can't hit either, so he shouldn't be leading off.
He's batting almost 300 or 250, 260. So he's better than what Brandon Marsh has been doing. But, if you go back to July 1st, I saw this online. If you go back to July 1st, Brandon Marsh is batting like 215 over like 130 games. So this is not just a small season beginning slump. This is obviously encroaching on almost a full year's worth of games for Brandon Marsh. So I'm a huge Marsh fan. This kills me. I thought giving him every day at bats, giving him a chance to play every day was going to benefit benefit him. But obviously, as we see, it has not done anything in his favor. So I agree. Send him back down to AAA. Let him get his head loose. Let him get some swings against, not as nasty of some pitching. And see if we can unlock something that he's not unlocking right now here at the major league level.
They will not do that.
Yep.
They have, with the options, you're right. So I'm not, shitting on the question. I'm just saying they will not do that because that's what this organization does. They just, their value, even though they haven't won anything. They've been a good club for a couple years now, so I don't want to take that away from them. But they haven't won when it counted. So they're valuing like this brotherhood, this rock'em sock'em robot, this locker room thing, these these guys are all buddies. You know what I mean? So, but to me, I would love to see. That's how you can't run an organization like that. There has to be, the guy's hitting 108. It's April. I get it, but. When competition breeds, when you hold people accountable and you have competition, man, like guys know that their jobs are on the line and it lights a fire up their ass, so, and especially when a guy has options, when guys get too comfortable, all right, and they feel like they're untouchable, and I'm not saying he does, all right, but he might feel that way. I don't know. But then you start getting complacent, and these are the kind of bats you get, you get an atrocious at bats, and he's not that great of a center fielder where you're saying, well, we'll take 205 because the guy's going to save us 3 runs a game and he's going to go get everything. You know what I mean? That's just not the case either. So, you know,
Look bad
I
left
think
today,
they should.
honestly.
I think they should, but I I don't think they will. And I think it just goes to, the off season they had. You know what I mean? I think we covered it, when we did the preseason show. Like, yeah, this team is really good on paper, but when you're talking about the negatives, and I understand, Dave didn't have he didn't have 1,000 things he could do because he's got a lot of zeros, in that lineup, right? But he did nothing with the outfield, and he did nothing with the pen, in our eyes, you know what I mean? And and they've been probably the 2 biggest glaring glaring weaknesses this early on in the season. You know what I mean? Like if you were to put your finger on something, now nobody's hitting. Obviously, I think if you don't count Sosa, because I don't know how many at bats he has, and I love Sosa, but if you don't count him, the next closest guy is Casty, at 291, and then everybody else is, it's not that pretty.
Yeah, technically Sosa and Rojas are your best hitters, but
So we all know that story. But so it's not like anybody's lighting it up, but it's just and then you see how the Dodgers play this weekend too. So it's not panic time, but these are the two needs. The two areas they failed to address this offseason have been rearing their ugly head. So that's when you say, hey, now that's when you got to do something. You know what I mean? So, it's not hitting the panic button. It's figuring something out. You know what I mean? And I think, it's not something you do now. But if you weren't going to make a move in the offseason, if you weren't going to, make an upgrade in the outfield, like we know Max Kepler, okay, for I think he's 10 million and Tucker's like 16 million. Wasn't that far off. I'm just saying. And then we're talking trades and stuff like that. I know this isn't money more to quarterbacking, but if that was the sexy move you're going to make, then that would have been the time to talk to Bryce. And I know you're trying to conserve him and you're trying to save him. And he's played a great first base since the transition. Right. So, you know what I mean? But it might have been the time to say, listen, we'll need you to go back out there, buddy. You know what I mean? We got a young guy that we can put at third. You put Bohm at first until you're ready to release Bohm. I know Bohm's been horseshit, so I'm not I'm not advocating for him. I'm just saying if you were going to try to solve the outfield problem within, he could have went out there. Maybe you move Bohm over, and the other young kid comes up. Even though I know he's a shortstop. Maybe it would have been maybe it would have been time for him to get some at bats.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you on the Bohm thing. He has. I'm not an analytic guy, but if you look at the analytics, he has hit the ball hard. So he's like making unfortunate outs, they say, or whatever. But he's still making a lot of fucking outs, and his attitude shit, which makes it even worse. Like whining about getting moved down the lineup. You're not hitting, Alec. What the fuck do you expect?
You should be in a money spot, right?
Like obviously we moved you down the lineup because you ain't hitting, and they're just walking Bryce every time. So
150, 150. Alex at 150, Brandon's at 108.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know. I just assume he cries about everything. I didn't know he bitched about that. Like this is.
Yeah, he said something after the game about it.
Jesus.
Like, are we serious?
Man.
Obviously, you got moved down. Casty's hitting the ball. He should have been moved up. Like, that shit I don't like. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
If you're hitting the ball, say whatever you want. You're not hitting the ball. Shut the fuck up and play.
Yeah. Take the fine and walk away from the microphone. You're better off walking away from the microphone than doing some baby shit like that when you know that this city's going to roast you and your teammates are looking at you too. I mean, come on.
What's up, Chucks?
Eddie Chucks, what's up? Ryan, what up, guys? Rob?
I'm going to disagree, and I don't think it's a good idea, Greg. I like the idea. I just don't. I agree with Sweeps that they won't do it. I'll say this though, and it's too early, but I will say, like, come May, he better start hitting because Crawford's ready. Crawford's ready, and listen, you want to say that, okay, we haven't done anything in the outfield. That's the move that we could make is to bring Crawford up because he seems ready. He's hitting in AAA. He hit last year. I mean, it's hard for me to think that he's not better than fucking Brandon Marsh right now.
I don't disagree. My problem is still the manager. Like we saw what Topper does with especially young lefties, right? He's just going to yo-yo them all over the place. I worry for Justin Crawford because I agree with you and everybody else out there that thinks that that's the move, right?
Well,
what's going to happen?
But it won't be till I wouldn't think until around Memorial Day. I would think.
Well, but regardless, but what's going to happen when again he go up against a lefty in AAA? He's hitting everything, right? You know what I mean? Like he's playing every day.
They'll play Edmundo against lefties. They'll play him against righties.
Yeah, and that's everybody. I mean, I know you got a hot nut.
I'm fine with that.
I know you got a hot nut.
I want to play though. That's my problem.
I know you got a hot nut for Topper, and that's fine. I'm not defending him. I'm saying that's everywhere though. Until you become a star, and I understand you have to, have a body of work to become a star. I get it. That guys are going to platoon all the time until you're an everyday
It's
stud.
also the best thing for
and AAA, we know Double A's has the better pitching anyway. So I'm not knocking the kid. Go out. He's doing whoever's throwing to him, he's hitting. So God bless him. I'm just saying it's a whole level to big league arms than it is at the AAA level.
No,
so,
I agree, but he was hitting Double A last year. I mean, he's been hitting.
Yeah, no, I'm not tearing the kid up. I'm just saying, like to Greg's point, Greg wants to bring him up and play him every day. And listen, I'm not anti that. I'm just saying everybody in the league would be great. Everybody in the league, platoons guys, unless you're a Bryce Harper, all right, or a Juan Soto, guys that are established guys that shown, big league stars, unless they're stars,
Agreed. No, I
it's just agree. Then you potentially run in again to the Brandon Marsh, Price and Stott, issue where you yo-yo them so much that they don't know what's going on. Real quick, I did find that stat, right? So I was wrong on the games. Alec Boehm has 125 games. So Alec Boehm since May 1st is 125 games, 246, 11 homers, 70 RBIs. Brandon Marsh since July, it's only been 82 games, so a half a year, 214, 10 homers, 33 RBIs. Both of them, like I still mentioned, though, both of them, this isn't just a slow start. This is obviously becoming a trend. Brandon Marsh, though, is the only guy that you can do something with right now. Right? And again, I think we're still blowing. I don't want to say blowing out of proportion, but like all of our guys aren't doing anything, right? This is just is the only spot that we have that you can make a move.
And I would say, like I said, back to the Topper thing or any manager thing, if you're not hitting fucking righties, how do you expect to hit?
That's always been my problem with him.
Hit lefties.
Yep.
How the fuck can you hit?
I need you to match righties.
Use my language, all right? But if you can't hit righties, then what do you want the guy to do? You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm with you. If you're tearing up righties, Bryce and Stott should be in every day. He's a Gold Glove caliber infielder. Right? He's a plus defender. So he should be an everyday guy, right? But if you can't hit righties, how are you going to hit lefties? It would be the biggest anomaly. It would be the biggest anomaly I've ever seen.
If Marshy hit near 300 against righties and was feeble as he is against lefties, it's a different story. Because at least you're then mashing righties.
Yep, absolutely.
Same thing with Marsh. It's like he only bats against righties. He ain't hitting them.
Yep.
Like, he ain't gonna hit lefties.
I keep going back to we've all played the game at it's high levels at different levels, right? But what is even go to basketball? What does everyone say when you're struggling, right? See pitches, get something to dry, right? Work a count. Marshy's at bat in the 7th inning or 8th inning, 1-0, and we're rolling over to a ground ball to the second baseman. And it's swinging at all the trash. Alec Boehm, I think, the other day saw 5 pitches and 4 at-bats.
I mean, he's become the new Casty.
It's ridiculous.
Boehm swings at everything.
Now, it's one thing, too, because we're not chasing, right? Our chase rate is low, and we're really good at drawing walks right now, which we haven't been. Our problem, too, is we can't hit strikes. We're swinging and missing a strike. It
becomes magnified when you're struggling, and that's the problem. I have no problem with go eat 1-0. You know what I mean? I understand that saying has been around for a while, and you want to sometimes. You want to see what you might want to see everything the guy's got in his bag, depending on the situation. Late in the game, guy comes in, whatever. Guys getting tired. We're trying to get to the pen, whatever. I get all that, but I definitely tell my guys, if you're struggling, get yourself in a hitter's count, and you got to get it. You got to hunt a fastball.
Yeah,
You
hunt a fastball.
You got to go eat. You got to go
Hunt
eat.
a fast.
You know what I mean? So, I know, but you said like 1-0 rollovers. That's no bueno. That's no bueno.
Yeah.
So can't do that. Right. But I'm not saying, hey, listen, I want you to take 1-0.
Yeah.
It's 1-1. And then you're going to see maybe an ungodly,
right. I hear you there.
That you have no chance at either.
Yeah.
Your best chance when you're average or you suck is to get a heater. Right. Because these guys can hit heaters. All right. Obviously not as much as, some of the top tier guys, but still you're in the big leagues because you can hit, you can get your barrel to 98, 99.
Right.
All right. Maybe not on a consistent basis because the best guys in the world can. Right. But you certainly can't. If you can't hit a heater, you ain't hitting ungodly sliders. You ain't hitting it.
You're not going to hit a great place heater. But
Yeah.
if he leaves it down the middle, you need to. I just don't understand that for the life of me. I see it all the time. Guys in hitter accounts, and then they're late on a fastball. How are you not sitting on that fastball? Like, you got to be sitting on it. And if he throws all speed, just take it.
Hey,
and if it's a strike, tip your cap. Because I don't get it. 3-1. You should be looking dead red fastball and just take everything else. I don't get it.
Here comes the peacock. Here comes the peacock showing his feathers. What up, Pump? I hate to say I told you so, but this team is declining.
The team
follows up with a super chat.
9-6, Greg? What is our record?
Follows up with a super chat, so we got to pay respects to it. Same story, fellas. Yeah, you all were duped by Dombo. Brian Pumper was correct again. We have too many white guys in the lineup. It must be a great life to be right all the time.
White guys in the lineup?
He
wants
a little Latin flair. He wants some Latin flair, and no one's going to disagree.
You're going to need to add $5 to that before you can say that last thing.
Yeah. And he follows up where it's a frat boys retirement home. We're still 9-6. All right, 600 ball.
We're 9-6. We're fine.
We're one back of the Mets right now, and it is early. But at what point?
Care about the Mets? The Mets are going to be a good team. You know that.
But at what point does it not become early? Because like we've all sat here and said through our answers and through our dialogue so far, these are the same issues we knew going in. Right?
The bats will warm
I
up,
think
though.
to be honest with you,
the bullpen has looked better recently. I still have pretty much zero confidence in Romano.
Do they?
Kerkering hasn't looked great this week. I'll say that. After last week, I was saying Kerkering's looked good. Romano looked better this week. Kerkering looked bad this week.
Bryce, what are you talking about? Aaron off his team. He pitched great the other day. Lost 2-0, dude.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
They'll be fine. Listen, that Friday game was a scheduled loss.
Bryce in a while, have we?
No, Bryce has been here in a while.
The Braves making us wait for a 3.5 hour fucking rain delay, and then take a 2:30 a.m. red eye to St. Louis. They scheduled us a loss on Friday. That was horseshit.
Pump, Hoppy's white, right? But yeah, let's get into that one. Where's Hoppy playing right now?
The Angels.
No, but what position? Where's he going to play every day?
Well, I mean, I don't really. Oh, you're saying if he was on our team?
If we didn't make the trade.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, it's magnified.
Because if we didn't trade him for Marsh, we were trading him for somebody else.
I was going to say
he wasn't going to be around.
Marsh is playing like trash. It's magnified, obviously.
Yeah.
Which and listen, and Will's isn't wrong, but it's obviously it's factual. But I think 14 games in, that's a crock of shit too. You know what I mean about the travel. Factually, yes, it was all factually. The game ended late, but listen, ain't nobody going to bed at 10 o'clock except for maybe Harper, right? So guys would have been up anyway. I know travel is different. I get it. You know what I mean? But you're still at the end of the day, you're a professional. Show up and do your job. But I know what you're saying. I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that's June,
you don't have to like it. I'm just
if that's
saying
June, if that's June, I say okay. We're 15 games in. We're talking about travel.
I think we might have been 13 games in.
Yeah.
But the other side of that is, let's put a ball in play in Atlanta. Let's put a ball in play with runners in scoring position, and they call the game at that point. We don't even have to come back and play.
We leave it. We had to leave it like 2:30 in the morning from Atlanta.
Yeah.
It just makes it rough.
Julian says his organization has been run poorly since the Arizona meltdown. Major moves should have been made then. This is the fourth year, basically the same hitters. They swapped Hoskins for Turner. I'd rather have Hoskins. Disagree there. But you're right here. Trey Turner's been the most underwhelming. He says $300 million.
For what we expect from Trey Turner, he has definitely not lived up to it at all.
Yeah.
We need him. I know it's early. I'm not trying to jump down anybody's throat here. Baseball's a long season, guys. We're 2 weeks in. All right, we're 9-6. We could be the Braves right now. All right, like we're okay.
Yeah.
I still think. I mean, we've gone over. The most concerned part for me is the bullpen is concerning, and I still think that Painter might be the answer in the bullpen.
Yeah. Hopefully, he can throw more than 37 pitches.
Well, in the bullpen, he wouldn't have to throw more than 37 pitches.
No, not on the back end.
And I still don't understand what Greg expected his first start. But that's neither here nor there. I love the dedication for the drive out of you.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But
Swopey chimes in.
He threw 100.
He did. It was easy too. It was easy.
I mean, listen,
everything was easy with him.
Prospect for a reason, okay? And I'm just saying, if we can't pitch, if our bullpen is bad, I think you decide who would help you better in the bullpen, him or Ranger, and you put him back there, or maybe both.
Yeah. Swoopy says
if Taiwan's going to continue to throw pretty decent.
We've done a ton of walks and seen a lot of pitches, except for a few players also high on base, but they struggle to make contact until there's 2 outs. They're not selective at swinging at pitches that are hittable, but take hittable pitches. Yeah, so we just kind of talked about that. Their chase rate's down, their walks are up, but they can't hit strikes. Daniel says, I'm almost out on Harper. Why would you be out on Harper, Daniel?
Yeah, that's just a dumb comment.
I think we may have a lot of egos on this roster. Didn't Dombrowski get fired for doing something similar in Boston? Yeah, he won in Boston too. Every GM gets fired at some point.
I mean, we spent a lot of money, guys.
Yeah, so there's always...
We didn't spend a lot this offseason, but we've spent a lot in the last couple off seasons. We have a lot of guys that make a lot of money. Trey Turner's not living up to it. And that's not... I'm not trying to jump down people's throats for 2 weeks, but he hasn't lived up to it since we signed him.
No.
That's just a fact.
Ethan,
we need more out of Trey.
This, I think, is the biggest miss of the offseason.
Bryce will get hot. I mean, I thought Bryce homer today, and if the wind was...
I know. He smoked.
Today, it looked like he got it, and the guy called it at the wall. But that was really that might have been our hardest hit ball all day. We didn't hit anything hard.
No.
Three hits is all feeble.
Yeah. I mean, Bryce and even Bryson, they're both batting 250. But a week ago, they were all at 300. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's what a bad week does to your average early in the season. Ethan, Jeff Hoffman is the miss of the offseason. I think that from remembering what was reported, I think the Phillies were worried about his arm, and they didn't want to lock him up long term. And that, because remember, he actually signed with Baltimore, and then they had issues with his arm and his physical. And then when
they declined his physical.
And then they moved on from him too. So it's coming out that it's a glaring miss now because he's still throwing really well. But I think that's really
if he hurts his arm, then maybe it's not a miss. But I don't want him to hurt his arm. I like Hoffman. I think he was great last year.
I thought he was too. That's why I think that's the biggest miss right now. Right? Whether you were going to trade for Tucker, I was in on trading for Tucker. But whether that was actually happening or not, I think the one that you did let get away was Hoffman. And is 100%.
He was your, like Sosa's their Swiss Army knife, as a position player. Hoffman was their Swiss Army knife as a pitcher. All right. If you needed him, and Wilson's right, he was fantastic in his time here. Early on, if you needed him, he was a long guy. All right. If you needed him to set up, he could set up. If you needed him to close, he could close. If you needed him in the seventh, in your high leverage spot, boom, he got you out of it. So he was your Swiss Army knife in the pen. So that's a killer.
Helen Keller might be better at the moment. SJM, honestly.
What's up? What's up, Dales?
Marsh has been terrible, and he was bad in the field today. Two catchable balls today that helped the game open.
Yeah,
two catchable balls that he didn't get a glove on either one of them.
And then like Bohm missed that tag right on the bunt, and when you're going bad, you're going bad everywhere.
You know what? No, but he missed the tag. for sure. The ball beat him there, but it should have been not even that close. For some reason, he picks the ball up and looks at second base.
Yeah.
Strom, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Throw to third. JT's yelling 3. Just pick up and throw to third. He's got him out. He's dead by a mile. Why did he look at second for it? What are you doing? What are you doing? Your catcher's yelling 3. Use your fucking head.
Yeah.
Nicholas
Tires
Cage,
cooking
you
Middleton.
moron.
But Pump, by the way, Hoppy would not be playing over JT. I don't care what you want, what you think. JT's making $25 million a year. He's playing, whether we like it or not.
JT, we need more out of JT.
We do need more out of him
in the batter's box. Obviously, he's been great behind the plate. He's got a great arm. He won us the game against the Dodgers, basically. But yeah, we need more. I mean, he'll get hot eventually, but he still hasn't been that great offensively over the last about year. I'd say maybe even a year and a half. So, I mean, I expect Harper will get hot soon. Kyle's hitting the ball hard. He'll be hitting homers. He's going to keep hitting homers. We need Bohm. It's the same guys we always talk about. And Marsh is one of them, and he's obviously been dog shit. But we need Bohm, and we need Bryson, and they have to hit. Because if you're not going to hit, these other guys are going to get pitched around. They're going to pitch around Kyle. They're going to pitch around Bryce. They're going to pitch around Nick. You guys have to hit. And Trey.
The veterans, right? I think all of us would agree with this. The veterans, Bryce, Nick, Kyle, even Trey to a point, like they're going to get to the back of their baseball cards by the end of the year.
Almost always,
right?
Yes.
The guys you brought up, though, Wills, they're the young guys. They're the unknowns. They're the guys that we don't know if they're ever going to get to the end of their baseball card. And what is their baseball card? They're still in a part of their careers where they're building up their baseball card, right? They should be growing. But 2 out of those 3, Marsh and Bohm, might turn out to just flat out stink.
I could say all 3 possibly. But I mean, Stott's very good in the field. I'll give him that.
Yeah, you can't throw Bryson in there.
I don't know. He does nothing for me.
That's fair. I hear you.
He just doesn't.
But defensively, he's better than those two combined.
He's a very good defensive player.
Yeah.
And I want to like him so much. 2 years ago, I thought he had great at-bats, and then he's declined. He just doesn't take the pitch. Like he worked counts and fouled balls off so well 2 years ago, and he hasn't done it over the last year and a half at all.
Yeah.
And it's driving me a little crazy.
But Dales, I hear you, right? I hear you. It's early. It's April. Screaming for changes. But if they're the changes that we knew in the offseason and they're still there, when is it not too soon? Like, when is it not too soon?
It's a couple things, but it's the things that we've harped on, which makes it, I think that's what makes it worse. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's only a couple things, but it's the things that we've been saying, this looks like it could be a problem. And then it's a problem, and you're like, oh, I mean, everyone said it could be a problem. So that's the issue. But I think let's get more into the season. I'm not trying to make any drastic moves yet, but I have my eye on a few things. And one is Crawford, and the other is what are we doing with Painter and Ranger, because we have a surplus of starting pitching, and it looks like we need some bullpen help.
Well, let me throw a name out there maybe before Crawford. What about Rincones? Now, the problem with Rincones is I don't think he can play center field. So that would mean obviously pulling him up to play left. Kepler maybe play center field.
To me, that's just another let's try.
He's mashing.
Band-Aid. Crawford is the highly touted young prospect.
I hear you.
Like compared to Rincon is what 20. How old is he? He's older, right? 24. Oh, Rincon is. Oh, okay.
He's not that old.
I thought he was like an older.
Maybe. Let me check.
Kind of guy that's been traveling around a little bit.
No, we drafted him out of college.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like it's their policy to allow these guys to die on the vine down there because they're worried about, ruining their psyche if they come up and fail, right? You see the Orioles.
If they can hit, come up.
You see the Orioles did it with Holiday, right? You come up, you go 1 for 31, you go back down, right? And then if you when it's time to come back, it's either sink or swim time, right?
Yep.
That's what this game is. Right? If you're worried about, if a guy has that delicate of a mind frame, he's not ever going to be a star because he's got no huevos. All right. So you got to see that's what these other organizations do. They just say, man, it's, listen, we got to let these guys, we're going to throw them in there. No swimmies.
Yeah.
Let's throw them overboard. That's it.
bump. Who is the Latin flair, the Asian, and the brother? Who were they? I know we were in on Soto, but they weren't paying him $700 million. You talk about Sasaki? We supposedly had a meeting with him.
First off, why would you want, unless the Asian's Ohtani, who do you want? Our starting pitching is great. We have no starting pitching issues. I wouldn't want. I mean, Yamamoto looks like he's probably going to be really good. I know he was cut short last year, but I'll keep harping on this. None of these guys in the Dodgers starting rotation has ever thrown a lot of innings, ever. They're all like 150 max innings. None of these guys have thrown a lot of innings. That's going to come back to bite them.
SJM, I completely agree.
I'm with you there, brother. I mean, like, baseball's such a superstitious sport. I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has a look and stuff, but I've told you, it always looks like the guy is oily. He's wet. He's soaking wet all the time. You know, it looks grimy to me. You know what I mean? Just, fresh start. That's me.
And it looks worse when you can't hit it. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not a cool story. Yeah. At least they stopped the antics after the game, right? At least they stopped that. They grew up a little bit.
When you're hitting
but
doubles,
hey, if you're hitting, bring it back. If that's going to make you hit
doubles, and you got the wet hair. Okay,
bring it back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when
start fresh.
For 30.
Yeah, well, I think he is close to over 30.
I know. I'm pretty sure. I was actually hoping that's exactly what it was. It's damn close. I think he was over 27 at one point today.
Dale's watching your boys here, man. Love the orange, buddy.
Joe Hayotani.
What an absolutely spectacular jersey. Like A+ jersey.
Yeah.
I think the Anaheim stinks, but A+ jersey.
Yeah.
This jersey's A+.
Yeah.
Where was it? Yeah, so I would agree it's June, but again, like we said, these issues are the same issues that we didn't address in the offseason. So it's not like we're letting the season happen. We already know.
That's what I think is what's frustrating people, because I mean I'm in full agreement with everyone that says it's early. It is early. I'm not trying to. We're 9-6. I think we could have easily won 2 other games. We could easily be 11-4.
Yep.
So I mean I'm not trying to like panic or anything. I think we're fine. It's just like we said. It's a couple things that we pinpointed early. Like these could be issues, and they're issues right off the rip. It's like, I mean, this is what we kind of thought.
Yeah, you're right. The low-key all-season works if Bohm and Marsh take that step. It doesn't work when they step back.
Yeah, and it doesn't look great right off the rip here, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Dale says, yeah, they nailed the jersey. They're a much improved team, just not from last year.
And
even October, Wells.
Well, we can. I mean, granted, the season's over. Thank God the season's over for the Sixers. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
And fifth worst. So let's get Cooper Flag. I'm in. I'm on board. But I mean, the Flyers did play a little better. After
they also won when they shouldn't have won too.
I mean, they're young.
I hear you.
It's such the Flyers thing is. I mean, I think that I don't want to get into Flyers talk, but I think Mitchell's going to be awesome. And he is awesome. He is awesome. He's going to be. I'm saying like he's going to superstar awesome.
Yes.
So they got to get it going here. You need to get something going, goalie wise and defensively, because it's an issue.
Carter Hart after this. Literally.
I feel like you could just big time. But no, I don't understand. So there's a lot of talk. I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. There's a lot of talk about that might be getting dropped. What happens with him? Is he? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm not trying to get into it, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, we could use him.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else. But
the charges could be getting dropped.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know how true that is.
I don't think we retain his rights though. No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on with that.
Weird.
At all. No
but I don't know if that'll. Yeah, who knows? Bryce says the Vlad deal dream is dead. Yeah, we talked about it a couple weeks ago on Wednesday night, and it kind of, obviously bricked me up thinking of Vlad Guerrero in this lineup. That would have been nice.
Yeah,
there was one about Harper.
I need him. Hopefully now that it's done, he can start hitting, because in fantasy,
Ethan says
I need him to hit.
Could move Harper to the outfield if we need to, and creates more flexibility to help the outfield. Yeah, but you need that. You need a better person at first base, though. I'm not moving Harper in the outfield just to appease Alec Boehm over there at first, right? But who I think I mentioned this.
Then you move up the young. Then you do that.
You could bring up Miller.
Yeah,
if you think Miller's ready.
I'm saying that's what I was saying.
I don't think
that's all I addressed, and I'm not saying he's ready.
Yeah.
No, if you're going to do that, it's for youth, a youth.
Yeah.
Not to play Sosa every day.
Yeah, no, and I don't think they're not going to move Bryce.
Yeah, he's a nice role player. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Daly said it's a weird story. Well, so many different spins.
Absolutely.
That's what she said. Pumper said the Flyers eliminated the Islanders. The best thing that happened over the weekend. Yeah, seeing the Rangers, Rangers, Penguins, and Bruins all missed the playoffs. That's always a good time.
There was some crazy stat about that. It's like the first time in super long that all three missed the playoffs.
Pump says, I don't think Marsh and Alec Boehm are ready. And they might be. Pump, you might be dead on with that. First thing you might have been right about all night. But
I mean, if they're not ready now, they're never going to be ready.
But it's too late for Alec Boehm,
unfortunately.
Right? It's too late for Alec Boehm. Like, he's getting ready to be paid. So I don't know if it's not ready. He just might stink. And he's another guy could use a haircut. Hey, let's have a team shave. Team shave at the ballpark tomorrow. Everybody go buzz cut.
I wouldn't mind making a call to St. Louis about a guy named Nolan, because I mean, we just watched them play, and people were telling me that Nolan Arenado's down. I mean, he looked great. He made 3 or 4 spectacular plays at third base. Yeah. And I like Alec Boehm, but he's not hitting, and he's a whiner. He's a helmet and a bat thrower, and now he's complaining about his spot in the lineup. I don't have time for it. I'll take Nolan Arenado right now.
Pump. There is no more daycare. They moved on. We're good, Pump. We're good there.
And Miller's hitting 103, so he's not ready.
Yeah, Miller's not. Crawford's the only. Crawford and Rincones is your only options to bring up.
I think. Right. I just think Crawford's. If you think he's ready, then you bring him up. That's all. I mean, and I think he's ready. That's just where I'm at with it. I would give Brandon Marsh, another 3 or 4 weeks here, but the clock's ticking.
She's taking.
I don't know. Yeah,
can't sit here.
I hear you.
Yeah. Besides that, I mean, I'm in no. There's no sort of panic mode or anything going on.
The other side,
it's a bad week.
The other side of it too is no one's really available right now, right? Because it is so early, right? So who are you going to go out and trade for? There's no one really available right now.
I think Arenado is because
they don't want Boehm. They're going to ask for Crawford or somebody else, or Miller.
and Boehm showed you his worth this all season. They couldn't get rid of him. Nobody wanted him.
Well, another name to think for the pen, by the way. I don't know if you've seen Griff McGarry throw recently.
He threw a no-hitter last night.
Griff McGarry has been dealing, and his stuff looked great.
He threw like a no-hitter through 8 or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, I know he's got like 11 innings with no runs allowed. I know that.
Well, it's good because I know when early on in the minors he was struggling with control. So it's really good to see that at least so far this year that his control has bounced back and he's now showing. Hey!
Oh.
That he's showing that he can actually now pitch, because they've always liked this stuff coming out of UVA. It was always just a control. So I'm glad to see that. I saw that, Wilson, on Twitter the other day, or yesterday or today, that he threw like a no through like 8 or something. And yeah, the couple pitches I saw were just filthy.
Yeah, his stuff looks great. That's all. And I know he hasn't let up a run yet.
No, we're going. I didn't know we were doing this tonight. We're all going no hats. We're all going.
I got a hat on.
We're just going to all show off a glisten.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to talk Marshy. We're trying to talk Marshy into shaving the head. Go full Britney mode.
Love to bring my head in.
Yeah, come on. Hey,
I got some hair.
Bring it in, buddy. Classic horseshoe pattern. Bring it in, brother.
Yeah, say hello. Say hello to it.
I ain't got no balls, but I'll leave the hat on.
You flip that horseshoe up. Oh man. All right,
Oh, the balls are back. Yes, we are, KZ. Got to read that one slow. Yes, we are back in a big way.
So, Tommy, as you jump in, our poll question tonight was Mired and massive slump. Brandon Marsh should be sent down to the minors.
Is he over 20? What is he?
He's almost over 30.
108.
Over 30.
He's hitting 108 on the year.
108.
And
I don't think
since July 1st is hitting only 214.
I was going to say that. I don't think he's hit good in 2 years.
Nothing.
Yeah, that was my whole point. I don't think he's hit good in 2 years. So it's not like, hey, keep giving a guy time. Keep giving a guy time. We always talk about give a guy time, right? We're all believers in that. Let a guy get his bats, let him get comfortable, and then we can have some hard conversations, right? And this, I mean, how much more comfortable you need to be, babe? Right?
Yeah, clock's ticking.
Yeah, I don't know how much more comfortable.
Clock's ticking.
To me, the question was send him down like tomorrow. You got right. Send him down tomorrow.
Yeah,
is that the conversation?
It's kind of where I'm at. Yeah,
2
I mean,
options.
I'll go.
You got 2 options left.
You got 2. I mean, I'll give him a week. He's got a week.
Me and Will just think they would never do it.
Yeah.
Even though he
I said
them or
he
me
deserves it, but
no, not you. Them.
But, yeah, no, I know. I meant like us. I mean, like you Will wouldn't do it, or they wouldn't do it. That's
I don't think they'll do it. Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that. What's your
clubhouse? They're
probably
big clubhouse rah guys that haven't got them over the hump. You know
love an ass slapper.
They keep hanging their hat on that. You know what I mean? Everybody's buddies. You know, that's what they're going.
Yeah, well, trading Luca away. You know what I mean? I'm over here trading Luca away.
Jay Kidd.
Here he is.
Trading Luca away.
Oh, fish car in a box. What?
Now, okay, well, you would now.
Are you saying would I currently?
Yes. I don't give a shit what they're going to do.
I might be. I might wait till May. But I already said before you came on. I said I'm at the point where come May, if Crawford's still hitting, I'm just you got a hard time telling me that Crawford's not better than Marsh right now. Come May, if Marsh still ain't hitting it, it's time. Bring Crawford up, and he's playing against righties, and then Marsh. I don't care what you do with him. You can DFA him for all I care.
Yeah, I could argue 108. There's guys on this show that could be better at him at the plate. So 108's tough. That's difficult to do. It's actually harder than just like being like 240. I feel like 108 is you're not even there. You're not even alive. Yeah, you have a pulse?
Yeah.
Are you good? Good. Like not going, hey, hello. It confuses me.
It's like we were saying too. It's not
how guys go.
It's not like he's playing against everybody. He's only playing against righties.
Yeah, 108 is that
it's supposed to be your optimal at bats.
And he only played today because of defense, and he didn't make a play in the defense.
Well, is that part of it too? Like, just not getting the consistency.
I don't think it is because it's been it's like this for it's been like this for a year.
Yeah,
pretty much.
No, but he hasn't got the consistency of playing against both. Do you think he's the guy that could ever handle playing against both? I don't think he is.
I think this year he's played more against both.
Here's what you missed from.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah, no, I mean, and it's not. I don't want to get on top of a soapbox, but if you can't fucking hit righties, how the fuck you gonna hit lefties? That was our point. You know what I mean? Because I know Greg is in it wasn't like he was screaming from the. I know early on he wanted him to, and I think we all want him to win the job.
Yeah, we wanted to see. We wanted to see.
Same thing with Stott. You got to wear righties out before
you got to hit right 40 against
righties. You get that right and hit against lefties. You got to wear righties out.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, that's the definition of insanity. Hey, guy can't hit righties. Let's play him against lefties.
Always been A to B. It's always been A, B.
Right, you got
it's always been like A, it's A, then B, it's 1, then 2, right?
Could you imagine? I mean, that's like something Bohm would do. Like Bohm's complaining about being moved in the lineup. Like he's the kind of guy who would say, like, I'm not hitting against righties, but I like to play against lefties. Like, yeah, that's like the dumbest thing I would ever think of. Like logically, like you got to tear up righties first. I mean, you don't got to hit 400. We know they're not Tony Gwynn, but we got to have a pulse against righties. And in order to give me a chance,
can I bet 275? Can I bet 280? Like, can Can I have a feel? Can I just be there? Like they listen. I said I'll move him down after a week. I would probably move him down tomorrow. I would
have booked them Spirit from St. Louis to Lehigh Valley.
But Wilson's right. They're not gonna.
We need some more diversity too. Okay,
Pump wants a soul.
Yeah,
Pump wants a soul in the house.
Pump feels like it's a bowl of milk. A lot of bowl of milk.
You milk.
One of bread, milk.
You milk a cat with those fucker. You know what I mean? Come on. What are we talking about? Pump. We do this every week. Pump. We do it every week. It's a big, tall glass of milk clubhouse, right? But at the end of the day, I'm all for Justin Crawford yesterday. You guys know how I feel. If a guy can play, he can play. Bring him up and you find out. And then if he can't, he can't. Then we find out sooner. That's okay too, right? Like I'm okay either way.
Send him back down.
We know the one guy doesn't look like he can play, but like Sweep said, he's a great Mr. Clubhouse. And are we trying to win? Because winning matters too. And this lineup, and I don't want to kill this team this early into the year either, because last year they were hot as a pistol, and we were all excited, and we saw how it ended. So it's a long marathon, right, of ebbs and flows. But my biggest concern, because we were just giving them their flowers last week about it, is their ability. What are they? 25% chase rate. I guarantee that rate is sky high now, right? If somebody has that rate, it's sky high. So the things that they were doing well, they fell back into their old habits. And when they struggle, it's like they all struggle together. And nobody changes the rhythm. Nobody changes the contagiousness of what's going on. Make it contagious the other way. You got a lot of guys that come to the plate. Somebody change the way it's going. Somebody. He's a perfect example. This series is a perfect example. Joke. It's a joke. All right. Yeah. The last two series are a joke. All right. You didn't show up on the road at all. All right. So you better be the most dominant team at home of all time then. If we're not going to be road guys. Can't wait to hit in the seventh every game too. So, and I look at, we talk about, I need Bryce Harper to have an MVP season. This has not been the start of an MVP season. So, need to get going.
Yeah.
We're going to be hard on everybody else. Let's be hard on it starts with the whole team.
And let's be hard on that like button. Hit that like, hit that subscribe.
I'm not telling them to hit 14 home runs and
join us
in 3 games, right?
But it'd be nice if you could.
No, but I just need like, can you change the way a game's going?
He just missed one today, too. I know you probably didn't see it.
That's great. I don't care.
Literally at the wall. Yeah. I know.
He don't just met. Like, you know what I mean? That's why it's.
But off the bat, it thought it was out.
I'm sure it did. We haven't felt.
We don't know what that feels like.
But my point is I needed 35, 40 homers. I needed a 280 year. I needed 110 RBIs, 120 RBIs. I needed you to be in the conversation, right? That's it. Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. The tariffs and the lack of. Yep. Well, listen. Too much macaroni salad.
I'll be hand up. I love green bean casserole.
Not a big green. I'm out on the green bean casserole.
I'm a green bean fan.
I will go face first in macaroni salad. I have no problem.
Depends on the is there tuna in
it? What?
Tuna in the mac salad or no tuna?
I mean, it depends on the place we're getting it. You know what I mean? If I'm like, I gotta really trust the tuna. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Your preference.
Green bean casserole, that's not a Southern thing? Right?
Yeah, I feel like Wilson's like living. What? Again?
Tommy, your preference. Would you prefer a mac salad with or without tuna?
With or without?
You put a little tuna in there.
Oh, yeah, I'm right with you. I'm going to say, if there's tuna in it, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm not adding tuna. Yeah,
I'll go for the
potato. I'm not touching either of it.
No, then I'll go potato salad. I'm a potato salad guy.
Yeah, me too. I mean, anything you do with potatoes is delicious.
Another mayo comment for Pump. You know what I mean? We're lining Pump up easy tonight. We're making it easy on him. Oh my
Duke's mayo. That's a Southern thing.
Yeah, I can use the Justin Crawford in center field. Like at this point, give me Johan Rojas. I mean, goodness gracious. They don't. I mean, did he play today? Because he
did play today.
Yeah,
he did play today.
Thanks.
He played center. I think he did go over. Over 3. He's only batting 300. He's batting 308 now.
You make a statement. Yeah, you send Marsh down. and you bring Crawford up. That's how you make a statement to your whole team. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Listen, I said I'll give him a couple more weeks, but I'm on board with that. If they wanted to do it tomorrow, I'd be fine with it.
Swoopy, what I was going to say is their walks and their walk rate is still very high. The problem is they're not hitting strikes when they're swinging. So it's not that they're necessarily chasing. They've definitely chased over the last week for sure. So to Tommy's point, that's definitely going up. But they're not even hitting the strikes that they're swinging at. And that's been the issue. Again, early in the game, we got second, third, one out, and we can't get a ball in play. We're relying on Johan Rojas to try and bunt his way on with 2 outs to get a run.
It's been
because the lineup today went Bohm, Marsh, Rojas at the end of the lineup. Well, I mean, if that's not 3 Ks and 3 outs, I don't know what is right now with this team.
Yeah, I hear you, Greg, but that was, I mean, they had to move Bohm down because he was screwing up the top of the line.
Oh, there's no question.
And Nick was hitting. Now Nick had.
I'm sorry. There was Sosa. I thought Sosa batted above Bohm. I'm sorry. Sosa. It was Bohm, Sosa, Marsh.
Sosa was 7, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, they had to go. They had to go in between them. But even he only hit 1 for 3.
And they only had 3 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say first off, the ball that they hit the hardest was the one that we thought Harper homered on in like the first inning or second inning, whatever it was. It was early. But that was the hardest ball they hit all day. They didn't hit anything hard.
Yeah, I mean, they made Liberatore look like Kershaw. I mean, that's Cardinals been waiting for that ever since they got him.
Well, yeah, there you go. Phillies will do that. They're just gonna. I don't know. The whole lefty righty thing is just, to me, just a psychological thing. It just gives the lefties so much more power before they even get in there. Right? It's almost like you're defeated. And I know. He said everybody does it, right? So it's like, but like to me, it just feels like you're changing your lineup around because of what they're doing. Why don't you make them change based around what you're doing? Because you're supposed to be the superior team. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have this lineup that's built with $300 million guys all up and down it. So why don't you roll out your best lineup against whoever the hell they got going, and then go at
that, Craig. Though the thing with what you're saying though is your best lineup against the lefty is different than your best lineup against righty. That's just facts.
Yeah,
because you got to look at how the guys bat. I mean, Sosa. Granted, it hasn't worked so far this year because Bohm, who usually crushes lefty, hasn't been hitting lefties.
Yeah,
Bohm hasn't been hitting anybody.
Aren't the $300 million guys? They play every day.
Yeah,
like you need Turner.
Turner's the key. Turner's a big key.
Turner and Bohm should be wearing out lefties, and they haven't been.
About enough.
And that's a problem.
About
you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing like we were saying. Like when we see lefties, we need Turner and Bohm to hit.
I've never despised a lineup that has so much potential in my life.
It's getting to that point where it's sickening to watch. I completely agree with you.
Like, it's just, I wonder what the approach is. I mean, these are the best of the best. I just get confused. I get confused when you're this talented and you go through these types of lulls. I don't expect you, like Sweet, I don't expect everybody to be batting 320, right? But I mean, goodness gracious, the lulls and the lack of anybody getting you out of them. That's what's even more concerning. There ain't 2 guys who can go get hot for you. There's nobody who pick another guy up. I mean, we talk about all the great vibes in the locker room. Where are the vibes on the field? Because the great vibes in the locker room that don't translate on the field is just a cute story.
I mean,
we are cute 30 for 30 down the road. That's a cute fucking 30 for 30 down the road. I mean, we had the best locker room of all time and never won shit. Cool. What could have been? What could have been? That's not what we're here for at the professional level.
Yeah.
I'm here to win. So, I mean, you can miss me with the great locker room if I got 0 for 26s. Right? Or period. And great leadership and my leadership guys don't do shit. Let's call it what it is. Bryce Harper had big moments in the postseason. Bryce Harper has been a great signing. Right? Trey Turner has not been a good signing. Not even close.
Nope.
Schwarber's been a great signing because you're getting what you got. You know what you're getting.
I think Cassie's been good too.
Cassie's been a good signing, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think Harper has been good enough regular season signing over the last 2-3 years per se, or at least this year.
I mean,
like,
it's 2 weeks in.
I'm not happy.
You're too upset right now. You need to fucking cool the fuck out. You're not
calm, but
you're
there's
not
no.
calm. You're
But
not.
where's the change?
We're 9
Will?
and 6. We're 2 weeks in. We're 9
I'm
and
not
6.
worried about the 9 and 6. I'm worried about what the eyes tell you. These are bats. I'm worried about the same old story again.
Yeah, it's the same old story. It's that they're going to pitch around fucking Bryce and Kyle, and we need these other fuckers to hit.
And they don't.
And they don't. I agree. I'm in full agreement.
Where's Trey Turner?
Needs to hit. Where's Trey Turner?
That's the biggest thing.
John Middleton. Trey Turner literally went in John Middleton's house and slept around in it and robbed them. That's what Trey Turner did. He slept around in his whole house and robbed them blind.
Yeah.
I still think he should be batting leadoff every game. But where is Trey Turner?
Like you just
Kevin Long isn't responsible for shit.
Yeah.
These are professional athletes. They got to make goddamn adjustments. They got to make adjustments.
And I said this early,
but you're right. I mean, like you feel like you haven't had that monster, and I'm sure you have. And in the course of it's not a half yet, but in the course of a year and a half to 2 years, of course, there's guys that had monster games. But I feel like you see it around for this lineup. I feel like you see it around the league more than you do in Philly.
1,000%.
You know what I mean? Like you get it. Like I'm just saying.
Shohei comes up every time and hits a bop.
Yeah, there was a game on tonight. I'm just saying, and of course, it's fresh in my mind, right? And he doesn't belong anywhere on paper in this lineup. But the Cubs win tonight. Pete Crow Armstrong, 2 homers and a triple. Like, you ever see that out of a Philly? Like, come on, man. Like, somebody's got to carry it. They win a game 4-2. You lose a game Friday night 2-0. Nola was good enough on Friday.
Yeah,
right? You didn't hit. All right. Nobody said giddy up. I'll take you. And I understand it's a travel thing. It's 13 games in. I don't want to hear it. Giddy up. Put somebody. What you're looking for is put somebody on your back. I know it's early, but somebody has to say, "Hey, giddy up, man. Here, I got some room. I got big shoulders. I got $300 million shoulders. I don't care who it is. I'm not blaming Bryce. We know Turner's been an absolute abomination, but at some point, somebody's got to say, "Giddy up. Follow me for a little bit. Follow me for 2 weeks, right?
For an at-bat. Shit, we'll take an at-bat.
I think
runners in scoring position. Just give me a hit. Put a ball in play.
Today was more egregious for me. Today's the game you have to have with your ace on the mound.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I said Friday's a scheduled loss with the travel, with the ridiculous rain delay that we had to wait in Atlanta and the travel. I knew that we were going to lose Friday. I just knew it. I knew you knew it. So then today you got to come out and you got to win this game. And we lay an absolute egg today against Matthew Liberatore, who I know is pretty talented, but he hasn't been very good. Swift will tell you he hasn't been very good.
No.
So and we made him look great today.
Talented or not, the amount of money in this lineup.
Yeah, we got to hit him.
These are the types of games that it's the same old story. This is where,
and it was technically a 2-0 game, pretty much the whole game today until it got late.
So Marsh shooting some balls.
Marsh, you could say boom too with that ridiculous tag, but Marsh, 2 balls that you have to catch, doesn't even get a glove on either one of them. I don't know. That was weird. I said a month. I might be shortening the leash.
As we can do.
I mean, 3 hits Friday, 3 hits today. It's disgraceful.
Yeah, that's terrible for a $1 billion lineup.
You didn't see anybody that lights out. This ain't Carpenter in Game 5 against Doc. Sorry to bring that up, right? But that's not who you saw. You're not seeing Carp, all right? I mean, come on, right? You saw Palante.
Yeah, Andre Palante.
You saw
Frenchie.
Miles Mikolas, who stinks out loud.
Yep.
And then Matthew Liberatore,
No, it's a joke, dude. If you have one night where you don't hit,
we didn't even see Sonny.
Yeah, if there's one night you don't hit, I get it.
Yeah, Friday. Right? I can see Friday. Today is egregious.
But not even Friday, because Friday is not the day you're really as tired as you are on Saturday. If you really want to think about how sleep works.
Yeah, that's all we're
right? And I'm not a doctor, but I say the Holiday Inn Express. Okay. And I've had it feel the same feels myself. You get that one night where you get, oh man, I got nothing.
That's
the next
all
day you're like, oh, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. And then the next night you fall asleep early, you get yourself a great night's rest. You get 10 hours in your life, and then you wake up the next day and you're like, I am exhausted. How am I exhausted? Because it's the night before. Right. So I'm here to help you. But at the end of the day, I don't give a shit because Friday night was horrendous too. And they're human beings. So I gave it the pass. But now I circle back to it and say, no, that's just who you are. That's just the lulls you as a group go through. And like Sweep said, who's the guy that's got something? He didn't say that, but who's the guy who's got something big between their legs? Who can pick up guys? Where are the guys at?
And as guys, and a few of us in here, like to tilt a few, and been known to stay out to the wee hours, right? AKA Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle. Those guys were pretty good. Those guys were pretty good. All right, on no sleep. So I mean, that's why to me, Friday night. Friday night's excuse. That's excuse driven. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you. I'm mad that I didn't bet it.
They were making excuses
I'm
too,
like,
Sweeps.
Like you said, though, Sweeps, 13 games in? Really? We're worried about rest?
Yeah, you guys are so exhausted.
Yeah.
you guys are done. You're done. That's it. That's enough. No, he's not. Pump. We're not doing this tonight. No,
Pump's been on one.
Noah's fine. Noah is fine.
And he only threw 5 hours in. We've let him have the forum all night. We're gonna need some more money out of you, Pump.
When you keep throwing nonsense around.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the Phillies pulled a Terry Shiver with their ace on the mound today. No sign of life. 3 fucking hits. Yeah, absolutely. SAM.
Yep.
Yeah, we all know the Noah hate and the Noah,
Noah's fine.
Slant's always going to be there with this fan base.
It's going to take 200 innings. He'll be fine.
SJM, they might need your aunt for a wake-up call here.
Let's head to Rexy's.
They might need your aunt to shake them up, SJM. Let's go. Couple how your fathers, and let's get, that's how you break a streak.
All right, we got a week at home. 4 against San Fran, 3 against Miami.
Done.
We see we got Walker Roop
Tremendous job
tomorrow.
Tremendous.
Luzardo Verlander Tuesday, Noah Ray on Wednesday, and Sanchez Hicks on Thursday.
Zoolander still around.
0-3.
Yeah. What's that?
I'll tell you what, San Fran.
0-3.
It's 4 games.
0-4.
3-1. San Fran has been playing well.
Every time we do good predictions, it goes bad. So I'm just out. I'm playing this side. You guys know where I'm at if you need to find me. All right, I'm never out, but I'm out. All right, I'm 0-4.
This guy he's just come on and just ruined the everything of the show. He came on, they stink, they're awful, it's terrible. The sky's falling. We're 2 weeks in, the sky's falling.
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, well, listen, I just sat through 4-hit game. So I'm coming right back into where I'm home. I'm back home. Right, I sat through something, 4 hits, and I'm back here with four hits. So it's like
you're taking this out on the Phillies.
3 hits.
Well, 3. It's worse.
Yeah.
So
I didn't want you to give them any more credit.
No, right. So I mean, this is worse. So I'm just saying that this is where I live. This is the bed. These are the beds I'm in. You know what I mean? And so I mean, I don't understand it. I love hitting, and for some reason, everything I'm around doesn't want to hit sometimes. Right, and the Phillies are a prime example. I'm just not one to hit.
Yeah,
but it's not even not one to hit. Like I see teams get 8 hits every night. Like I feel like you guys were saying, MLB Network, I fall asleep to it every night. Like with AirPods in, I'm just and I feel like all I hear is barrel. Like all I hear is barrel crackle, a little snap, crackle, pop. And you know what I get? I get 3 hits at $1 billion. $1 billion. 1 million cigars. 3 hits.
But I was thinking about this like when the Dodgers were in town, right? And Tommy Edmonds leading, tied for the lead in home runs. Like we could never get a guy like that, like a Tommy Edman, to hit a bunch of home runs. We see it, like you said, Tom. We see it across the league. I mean, here's the guys all tied at 6: Wilmer Flores, Trouty, Judge, and Schwarber. You get those guys. Tommy Edman and Tyler Soderstrom. And then Suarez, Hernandez, Tucker.
Wilmer Flores has always been a left-handed killer.
Yeah. Now,
we don't have that guy, but he's playing every day. He's playing every day.
Into his season, 2 weeks into the season. I always say 2 weeks into the season, the one stat that is be very well misconstrued is the home run numbers.
I hear you.
Right, 2 weeks into a year.
But you have Schwarber at 6.
Yeah,
and we don't have another guy till
Well,
I don't even know.
that's your guy's poster. I mean, he should be freaking running the 5 already. I don't know what to tell
It's
you.
Harper and Castellanos
I don't know
at
what
2.
to tell you.
You're 100%
I
right,
want to hear
Tom.
everybody makes excuses. Nobody pitches to him.
No one's making excuses. We agree with
pitches
you.
to him. I hear Wilson. Wilson immediately went to nobody. Nobody ever throws him a strike, Tom. He don't. Tom, he
I
hasn't
didn't say
seen
no
one.
one ever throws him
He
a
hasn't
strike.
seen one. Somehow Bonds was hitting fucking Alcatraz, right? Not seeing strikes. But now Harper can't carry anybody.
Him to the best
Missing
player of
more
all time
money.
now.
All right,
Best player
Mr.
of all time.
Flash. Oh, Mr. Showman. The showman can kiss my ass until he wants to start it.
Oh my God, here we go.
No. Here we go.
Greg,
We all agree with you. It hasn't
Greg.
been good.
Greg,
Now
Now
remove
we're
we're
him.
getting rid of him. Now we're
Greg,
back
remove
on the
him.
Bryce hit train.
Greg, remove him. Remove him.
Remove me. Remove you. Remove
Remove
you.
him. Remove him.
Oh, shit. Jesus. I lost count.
Unbelievable.
I lost count.
Remove you for even
That's
removing
incredible.
me. For talking about removing him. And
Just
then I
like
was
that,
removed.
just like that, a guy can get wiped off the earth. Holy shit! Fucking mob hit. There's a
I don't always have the power. I don't always have the power.
Hilarious. That was hilarious.
Greggy fingers wiped him right off.
Like,
I don't always have the power, but what I do is fun to play.
Can we stop? We're like, yo, can we just call it how we see it? Can we call it how we see it in the moment?
Yeah, we're 2 weeks in.
We
need to
always
hit more.
have.
Yeah, but like, where's he at?
Where's who? Bryce at?
Because when he's healthy, he should never be somebody that's not hitting.
Well, I think he's been hitting.
Yeah.
He's at like he was at 300 before this week. Is that like 250?
Yeah. He was over 300. The power's not there. I'm 100% with
He's
you.
got a lot of walks. That's all I was saying.
Where's the
he has a lot of
power?
walks.
Where's the power? Smoothies aren't helping. So where's the power?
He's got 11 walks, 13 strikeouts. That's a lot. 11 walks,
Yeah, 13
but
parlays.
2 doubles and 2 homers isn't good enough.
We can't have you turn
2 homers and 2 doubles isn't good enough.
We can't have him turn into Joe Mauer. You know,
No.
No,
like
listen, he's
batting,
going to
like
hit
batting
homers.
average, no juice.
He's going to hit homers.
Will he?
Yeah. You want to bet that he hits 30?
I won't bet against him hitting 30 because he should. To walk into 30. But I want to say you want put money where you want to hit 40?
I'll say 35.
Let's go 40. 38 and a half.
36.
Nope, 38 and a half.
I don't like the 38 and a half.
That hook's tough.
37 and a half.
37 and a half.
How many times has he hit over 38 and a half in his career? Probably
I
only
don't
like
give
3.
a shit. 37 and a half.
I'll let you know right now. Since Greg's preoccupied firing guys.
Tell me how many times he's hit over 36 in his career, Sweeps.
Okay.
You don't get this opportunity.
I think it's going to be 4.
All right, I need a fit.
Okay, so then we'll say 36.
And
We'll
a
say
half.
36 is a push.
And a half. 36 and a half.
We'll say 36 is a push. So if he hits 35 or less, you win. If he hits 37 or more, I win.
42,
Once. You hit it once.
42, a couple 35. So this all bodes well to Tommy.
So only one. That's what I'm saying. I think it should be 35.
42 once, 2 35s. And
How many double?
34.
How many? What's the most doubles he's ever had?
Probably a lot.
42.
42 twice.
42 twice.
Okay. What's the second most?
38.
2015.
70
All right,
extra
30.
base hits?
How about this?
70 extra base hits?
100 RBIs only.
35, 35. That's what I need. 35, 35.
70 extra. So that's 70 extra base hits. Quick math.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly it is. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what was that the bet? 70 extra base hits?
No, the bet
I don't
is,
think he's hit a lot of triples.
well, the
Last
bet
year he had
is
72, 42 and 30.
I mean, look, that's 70 and a half.
71 and a half.
71? Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm on board.
71 and a half.
I'm in.
$50.
$50. I'm in.
50
I'm in.
bucks.
Witness.
It's better go
Sold.
over. I almost wanted to go over, so I got what? Do I got to pay you if it goes over?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pay,
okay.
pay
Yeah.
pump. Pay
Yeah.
bumper.
So okay, so yeah, I mean, I hope it goes over. I hope I owe you $50.
Good. I'm gonna send him DMs. So I'm gonna need him being even more reckless on the bases this year. I need doubles every time. Doubles at the box.
Pump says another super chat. Pump the Phillies are the Ravens of the NBA and MLB. Sorry for the expectations.
That doesn't matter.
But always choke against lesser competition. D-back, the Mets, whatever. What I think is magnified though, and part of your frustration, Tommy, right? Is
the Ravens haven't been choking against lesser competition, so that doesn't make any sense. The Ravens lose to the best team every year.
Brian, knock it off. Let's go with
both Brian's.
Both Brian's.
You get a double Brian. Shut the fuck up.
But I think the frustration that we're all having, right, is we look at the guys that aren't producing, the young guys, right, the Marshes, the Bohms, Rojas, Stotts, right, and they're not producing.
Yeah.
But the overarching thing is the guys that are supposed to produce aren't there yet either. So it's magnified that we're even having to talk an hour and 10 minutes about Brandon Marsh and Alec Bohm. Like they should be complementary pieces to this lineup. However, they're forced to be key.
But Bohm shouldn't be a complimentary piece. Bohm's too good for this shit.
Is he?
He's been, Greg.
He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be.
And the way he played last year until he got hurt, he was.
Alec Bohm since May 1st, 125 games, 246, 11 homers, 70 RBIs.
May 1st is a weird number a day because he was hot until he got hurt at the beginning.
Well, it's almost a year ago.
But that was way before May 1st.
No, I'm saying Greg,
he was
hurt.
good all the way to the All-Star break.
Yes, he was good to the All-Star break last year. So I'm saying that number doesn't even make sense. He's worse.
So then it should be better.
If you go from August,
those numbers should be better then.
No, August on. Listen to me. August on would be terrible numbers. Is the point?
Well, 246 isn't good.
125 games isn't good though.
No, but I'm telling you, it's worse from August on.
Yeah,
it might
be. If anything,
but the stat I'm reading is from May 1st.
I don't know what you guys want to argue movie theater dates.
Alec Bohm and Brandon Marsh are staying.
Alec Bohm has proven he can hit at this level.
He went south after the break.
He's proven he can hit at this level.
But listen, you guys are behind right now. Actually, I'm sorry to stop you, but Greg's saying that from a year ago he's been shit. And you're saying from the break, it's actually from before the break.
I said those numbers are stupid.
He's saying
because they're so bad after
Yes,
August.
exactly. Okay. Come on. Stay with us, brother. Stay with us. He was so delicious.
I'll give you that.
He was in MVP talk. We know that was that was no
locally.
That was no dip.
But he was
crushing your nuggets. No dip in your nuggets. No lotion. He was in the MVP talk. Right then he went like this. Fucking nosedive. That's how bad it was. Boom. All right.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's my bad.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Sweeps. You know what I mean? I need an interpreter. It's almost like I got to this point in my career. I need an interpreter on AT day. But
that's how bad he was in the second half then last year.
And this year.
But let me circle back.
Absolutely.
Let us spin this. Let us
right.
move the wall.
Let
me spin you around.
He was
right
before the break.
Now I'm going to spin you around.
Oh, shit.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Okay. So.
Great song. I don't know why you're singing, but great song.
Not a voice of an angel. So we confirm. we confirm.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is he was so hot up into the All-Star break last year. He's proven he can hit at this level. I don't want to look at him as a complimentary piece. He's a starting third baseman of his team. He's a top whatever pick. Okay, he's projected to be this good. He's proven he can hit at this level. So
2 or 3.
Yeah, he's in a ton of doubles, right? He always has. He's been a good contact guy. So this is inexcusable. Brandon Marsh, it was a hope, right? This is inexcusable.
No, I agree. I'm right there. I agree with you fully, Tommy.
I hear you.
And Marsh bats.
And I'm glad Daddy's here. I'm glad Dad. You want to talk about us being Bryce's daddy? I mean, you're Alec's daddy. I mean, how can you even? It's tough to even defend this right now. How abysmal he's been.
He's not defending him.
He's saying he's defending the pedigree. The guy was in 2.
I don't know though, but the pedigree stinks right now.
No. You're missing the whole argument. Holy shit!
I'm actually on
Holy shit! We're getting dumber. We're getting dumber.
I'm going big because I'm done with him.
What he should be, not what he is. We're with you. We know
but was the should be too small? That this is what he really is.
Greg, you're missing the point. You asked the question.
Miss the draft pick?
You asked the question. You brought up a point and said, "Well, he's not he's more of a complimentary piece.
It's the way, yeah.
He was the best college hitter in that draft. Now he's underachieved. Of course, I'm just saying that's that's factual.
This is the point. This is where this whole thing started. Greg, you said that he's a complimentary piece, and I disagreed with that. He said he should be more. I said he should be more, and he's not, which is egregious. So I don't know where you think I'm defending anything. I'm telling you, I actually went the opposite way. You're saying
he should be better. Yes.
Yeah, he should be better. He's a guy that
he's not a complimentary piece. He's supposed to be a star type.
Yeah.
Well, he can be off my team at this point.
Okay, I mean that's you want to go Marshy down. I'm all on board with you. But if you're not willing to hold,
I would go out, but he can't go down.
You're not willing.
He can't go down.
But the point is you're off your team. Well, then you got to get a lot of guys off your team if he's off your team too.
I don't disagree there.
That's where
he's become a hate to face kind of guy, and that's because of his antics and his fucking woo and his diaper and his fucking sit down with his
and he's obviously no other team wants him. Right? We couldn't get rid of him this offseason.
He crosses his legs when he sits down to pee.
Yeah, you know he's no Sharon Stone. You know what I mean? Like, also, keep those motherfuckers crossed. I don't want to see your vagina, Alex. Come on, buddy.
Alex been flashing his show all over town like he's Sharon Stone.
I wonder what date he started dating Erin Kate Dolan from ESPN. I wonder what that date was.
Knock it off with that shit. Please.
Probably have to be also
yeah.
I got an idea. I need him to hit.
Why am I knocking that shit off?
His mouth and hit.
Well, you got to see a couple pitches in order to hit.
Dating. Well, that's number one. I don't know what's going on. He swings at everything. He swings at everything.
Everything.
When did that start?
I don't
know.
Maybe when he started dating that
guy. Maybe when he started dating Erin Kate Dolan.
Yeah, you get a little lick. You get a little lick of
you get a little lick of some top notch spoon.
I was gonna say like a lollipop, but you're going.
Oh no! How many licks does it take to get to the fucking center of the Tootsie Roll?
I was going Tootsie Pop. Yep.
Don, who the Pistons got? Is it New
Knicks?
York?
Knicks. Yeah. Give me the Pistons.
That's a shame.
3-6 matchup.
That's a shame.
Let's go Pistons.
No, Knicks in 6.
Knicks
in 5.
I can give a rat's ass.
Is it 5 for Series 5?
No, you guys are Mr. Basketball. Look at you two.
I'll watch the playoffs.
I just know the Pistons are plus money for the series, so
I might not watch this year.
I won't watch a single second.
I'll watch the playoffs.
Especially with playoff hockey here. Please.
I'm not happy.
Here's the key. Here's the key to NBA playoffs. I'll be texting these out to you guys.
Oh, I can't wait.
No, just listen.
Can't wait.
Just listen.
Can't wait. You see a billionaire? That billionaire. Look at that.
Just listen. We're only doing live bets. We're only live betting.
Jeff Bezos down there.
When a team is down, when a team's down big early, we're live betting. That's all we're doing.
Okay.
That's it.
Swings, playoff swings.
Yep. Love
the NBA. Everybody makes a run.
Love NBA runs. There is nothing better than NBA runs. I will be watching. I'm just very anti-NBA right now until we get.
The NBA is terrible. I agree. But I'll watch.
No. I'm not like that. I agree. It's terrible. I agree all that. But I'll always watch it. Right. Even though it is. I always watch the Sixers. Is my point. And that's where I'm at.
Well, that's over.
It's so depressing right now.
Season's over, Tom. It's fine. We can wash our hands.
It's not over until you deliver me a pick.
Cooper Flag.
Yeah. Yep. So
I've already told you we're getting the number 1 pick. I've convinced myself. We're getting the 1 pick.
Oh, I already sold myself too.
It's happening. I've told you it's happening. I'm telling you it's happening. If everyone claims the NBA lottery's rigged, if it's rigged, we should get the number 1 pick. We are the logical choice. You want us to go up against Boston. You don't want them going to Washington. You don't want them going to fucking Utah. You want them going to Philly. It's the logical choice. Give us the number 1 pick. Let's go. Giddy up. Let's go.
No, you're right.
It's simple. And honestly, if I was Cooper Flag, I would say, if someone other than the Sixers get number 1 pick, I'm going back to Duke.
Yeah. Well, let's play a little fucking hardball, big boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Finally got the leverage to do it.
Yeah.
Well, they all get paid $5 million in NIL now, except for Nico. He only was getting 4, so now he's not showing up to practice.
No, he wanted 4.
They gotta do something.
He wanted 4. He was only getting 2.
2. Oh, God forbid, only getting 2.
What a scumbag!
It's incredible. They got to do something.
It's college sports though now. I mean, it's just where we're at.
They got to do
I
something.
can't have the conversation again.
Kudos to Heupel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love that Heupel.
It was a great jersey. The I'm a bitch.
You're not coming to practice because they're not paying you enough.
No, he did practice. That's the thing.
Else.
He practiced all spring and then bailed at the last day.
The day before the spring game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He bailed the last day. That's the whole bitch about it. If you want to hold out, go hold out. But don't practice all spring, then try and play hardball.
You shouldn't be holding out anyway. You got $2 million last year. You didn't make it to the
and you stink.
Playoffs.
You're not even good.
Yeah, but this is what these guys do now. This is what they created. It's the bed they made.
Daddy's fault.
Well, the NCAA, I mean.
That too. Yeah.
But back to the Phils, because that's where we're at before we continue here in the crumbs. But I don't know. I think we gotta make a move. I think it's time. We're getting close. We're a couple weeks away from me seeing enough with the lineup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now they can get hot.
I'm almost ready for Crawford. I really am.
I didn't see the games, but I was intrigued with Stotty leading off. I like that thought. I like that idea. I didn't see those games though. And then of course it goes away today when you face Libertad.
I got 3 baseball guys here with me, so I'll ask you guys a question. Do you guys think when your lineup's struggling in different ways that you should just?
I'd like to know who's not the baseball guy.
I said 3 of you guys.
Yeah, there's 4 of us.
Yeah, but
he's including himself.
Oh my!
He's not including himself.
We're struggling tonight. No, I would assume I'm included. I would assume I'm included in the conversation because I'm asking you guys a question. A baseball question. So I would assume I have a feel. You know what I mean? It's like take one for the team there,
Send me down to the minors.
No, I was counting me and you 3.
I gotta cut. I gotta cut out.
My goodness.
Poor counting. You came in and you ruined everything.
Well, what I'm saying to you guys is when you're lined up, because I never used to do it before, but this year I started doing it a ton. Like if we're not hitting, I blender it. Like I'll blender it right up. I'll try because I'm saying like, listen, I got to make adjustments. Then if we're not as hitters, right. If we're not, then I got to do something different. Right, like almost like I call it that. I call it picking out of a hat, or we're blendering it up. It's going to throw it in a blender, see what comes out, and some things stay where they're around where they're at, obviously, because you need that, right? So you're 3 guys you think that can hit at a high level, stay around those areas, and then you move other pieces and try things. Do you guys agree with that, or do you guys disagree with that, especially at this level? Like, do you guys at the pro level? You got like to me If I had the game I had today, I'm coming back. I'm coming back tomorrow. Just it looks a lot different.
So I'll say this, Tom. My bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll say this. I'll go quick.
You can circle the block.
I think
circle jerk it.
I think if everyone's locked into a spot and it's like their daily routine, then I would say don't change it. But they're not. We don't do that anyway. We kind of change it a little bit anyway. So then I'm okay with it. If you wanted to blend it up, I'm fine with it because it's not like everyone's locked into a spot and it's a certain spot in the order and they know every day that this is where they're batting because it changes. And now it might not change drastically, but it changes pretty much every. I mean, Bryce hit second today. Like it's been changing a little bit every time. So if you want to blend it.
Well, do you think that has been changing every time actually is a reason?
Yeah, I don't like it. Yes. I would prefer them to know their role and have their role. Yes. I don't like the changing every day.
Yeah.
Like I understand what he's trying to do.
I'm okay with the righties against lefties, but that's usually the bottom of your lineup. The top of your lineup to me should be the same every day.
Yeah, especially the big league level. If you got six air quote dudes, they're your mainstays, right? And then 7, 8, 9, you can make musical chair and you can put in whoever you want to go there. But you got your first six or seven dudes, 6 or 7 guys should be locked in.
They're so worried about the lefty. They're so worried about the goddamn lefty that they can't get out of their own way, and then they can't hit anything. So then you're so worried about a guy that so worried about the big bad ghost, the big bad wolf, right? Or a scary ghost, the lefty, and he never comes and gets you because you can't even get to him. You're so worried about the damn righty, right? Or so worried about the lefty, and now you guys can't hit the righty. So how about this? Go run your 5, 6 guys, 4 guys, wherever you need to be, and run that out the same. And like Sweep said, then you musical chairs it. Now in the travel world, you don't have the time.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like we don't play 162 in the high school world. You don't play 162, so you don't have the time. So you almost have to blend or musical chairs maybe a little bit earlier. But even at those levels, your upper echelon guys sort of stay around where they should be, right? You leave it there. They stay around where they should be. But you always try things. I'll put guys that bat in the top 4 or 5 the whole time down to 8. Just try to see a fastball.
I've done a show up.
Right? You know what I mean? Like that's a different
lineup
level.
before.
Like guys at the big league level they'll get pitched any type of way everywhere. You know what I mean? It don't matter. But at the 14, 15 travel ball world, 8-hole hitters, you should be seeing fastballs. Right? You know
whose mom's hotter? That's how the order comes out. You know what I mean? When you're in a slump. when you're in a slump,
I would do show up. Who showed up first? You lead off.
You did a whole show up first? That's asking for trouble. Yeah, I mean,
they didn't know it. They didn't know it. It was just I made note of it.
No, in my head, I'm like, oh my god, this is how I'm writing my lineup today. Like, in my head, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would have to.
We were in a marshy slump, marshy boom slump, so it didn't matter.
You always got to feel.
Yeah,
I always got to feel like
mascot would have showed up third.
yeah. Well, I'm first. I'm first today. I guess I'm playing. I showed up first, so I'm playing today. Look at me.
Kaiser got there third.
Okay, manager.
Game changer guy. Second. Yep. This is great.
Yeah, manager.
This is off to a great start. We're loaded. Man. Yeah, so I don't know. I think in the big league level, I like the consistency at the top. And then, like you said, the rest can go around.
But we swap it around already enough.
Dude, he's a moron.
I get it. I get what he's trying to do with Schwarber and Trey. But like we said last week or 2 weeks ago, at some point you got to make a decision.
Yeah, this isn't
Trey lead off.
Yeah. This ain't a circus. This isn't a circus. This isn't Ringling Brothers. Barnum and Bailey. This isn't Barnum and Bailey. Knock it off.
Yeah, Tom's likes to throw his keys in a party, in the party bowl. He likes to throw his keys in a party bowl. It's a fucking swinger. Keys in a party bowl.
What are you two doing later? Yeah, absolutely. No question.
I like a little flavor.
He's a pump guy for sure. You would like Rob.
Here you go, Sweeps. And Sham's going to bring his aunt. He'll be automatic leadoff for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, told you.
With the skates on too.
Phillies need it. Phillies need that slump, and they're coming home. SGM, get on the phone.
I don't comprehend it. Is this coming from up top? Because Dave should throw himself out off the box, out of the box. Then, if this is coming from up top, what are you doing, Dave? Just launch yourself from there. Then.
Yeah.
This is clueless behavior. So then it come from Rob. Does Rob believe in this? Because in your Yankees years, Rob, when you're sitting around watching show ponies. Right? Were they all getting shuffled around? Was Jeter getting shuffled around, Rob?
Did Jeter hit one and sticks?
Yeah, did he get shuffled all around the lineup? I don't remember it. If he did, somebody please enlighten me. Okay, but can we wake up? Can we wake up, Rob?
Yeah.
I need to wake up from Robbie T. Because these guys get so into a book and so into these numbers because they have so much spare time on their hands. Knock it off. Go smoke a cig. Go chill out a little bit.
Go hit 18.
Go hit a Jimmy Lee. Go be a Jimmy Lee. Enjoy your time away. Go pencil your money guys in. And if they don't play well and it goes on for a long period of time, okay, longer than you like, then go shuffle stuff.
Yeah.
But give it a month.
Yeah, we were all excited on opening day because we saw Trey leading off, and then the next day, now Schwarber's back leading off. Because we faced the righty, and it's just and of course Schwarber's going to lead off the most because you face more righties than you do lefties. So then what are we doing? Is Trey ever leading off?
The big bad wolf that is the lefty.
That's what I was saying earlier. We give that more power.
We're so scared of a left-hander like it's this end of the world shit. I'm going to start doing it in travel ball. I'm going to say, lefty's there. Oh, I'm going to start subbing guys out. Imagine that. Imagine you subbing guys out because you're scared of it.
You have a righty-lefty lineup?
Like, dude, lefties are around, man. There's a reason. There's lefties been around for a long time. Can we stop acting like? And I don't. As being a left-handed hitter, I get it. I get it. But like, dude, hitting a baseball is hitting a baseball. So I mean, I miss me with the whole scared of the lefty. The lefty special is at the end of the game. The lefty closer, I understand shit. Right, I get you. The guy throwing 102, and you got Chapman coming in, and you're scared to death of it, and some great lefties around the league. But come on, man, we're acting like 100% of the lefties you see are big time arms, and
Randy Johnson retired a long time ago, man. He was an uncomfortable at bat. Like these other guys are like, whatever. You know, I mean, they got good shit. They're in the big leagues. Don't get me wrong, but. You know, like Randy Johnson was like, I'll take the day off. You know, you call out, you got a little 99-degree fever, when Randy's pitching, lefty. I mean, you got a little cough. You got a little cough when Randy.
I don't get it. These guys see throughout their high school career, throughout their travel circuit, throughout their college career, if they don't go to college, throughout their minor league career, wherever it may be, right? They all see lefties. You see lefties your whole life. And in most of these guys, because how great they are, players, they played high circuits, right? And they were seeing them all the time. A lot of guys. And then they played high-level college baseball, and they were seeing them all the time. We act like those guys can't pitch. Power five lefties aren't good now. Like, what are we talking about, dude? Like, what are we talking about? Like, stop being scared of it. Then don't build your lineup with lefties. You signed Harper and Schwarber. Now you're scared of lefties?
Right. You traded for Marsh.
Yeah, like you're not,
you drafted Stott.
Yeah, like we can never win against a lefty. Like you're setting that tone too.
It's the way it's felt the last few years.
I don't mind with the bottom of the order you change enough for a lefty. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem there. But you don't got to change the top of your order for a left hand.
Shouldn't have to.
Like I said, at the end of the day, Turner's been the elephant in the room. Right? He's the guy. Take away the contract, right? Which we're not doing that. I mean, it's not our money. Take away the contract. The guy was an absolute stud, all right? And he got here, and it's. I feel like he's forgot how to play baseball.
He's been anything but
ferocious in the field.
Yep.
Right. Offensively, he's good. He's a good slider. That's about it. You know what I mean? The guy's an electric slider. That's it.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Doesn't run as nearly as much, and maybe that's because he's never on base.
And they should be leading them off every day, 1,000%.
Yep.
I don't understand how we haven't gotten there yet, because everyone says, man, it really is like Trey hasn't gotten us what we signed him for. And if you look back, like Sweeps just said, dude was great. Dude was great in LA. He was great in Washington, and he was leading off every day. Maybe we try that. I don't know why the fuck we haven't. Let's try it. Why not?
And get out of your own.
And we keep saying, Schwarber will hit homers anywhere in the lineup. And he doesn't need to lead off.
And how about dropping the ego? I know nobody does it, but get out of your own way. How about you roll the ball one time, Trey? I mean, you run like the wind. Is the drag bunt? So is it not macho? You're hitting 240. There's nothing macho about your time in Philly right now.
Get on the goddamn bag.
Roll the fucking ball. Move the third base.
Slider.
Even if you don't do it, move the third baseman around. Maybe you hit a ground ball past them. You get a double. There's just different things that it brings to the table that these guys don't understand. You want
to swing and miss another slider in the dirt? Is that cool? I hear you. I hear you. Before we get to crumbs, any intrigue with the Terrence Marshall signing for the Eagles? Wide receiver from LSU?
Yeah. I mean, he was very underwhelming in Carolina, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I know he was second round
intrigue.
Pick, right? He's got some talent.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, Eagles
just to throw him into the pool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Eagles been known to refresh dudes' careers. So I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Is that SGM's aunt?
I don't know. I don't know who it is, but we know Don. Because it's already changed. It's already changed. He's now Kane. He's now Kane. KZ said he played baseball in middle school, hitting lefties. Not that hard.
You're not wrong.
The recent rumor I've heard Twitter, of course. TJ Watt. Anybody saying no to TJ Watt?
I mean,
Yeah.
how are we going to get TJ Watt, Greg? TJ Watt makes a lot of money.
Well, you do have. No, I think he needs to get paid, and I think that's why he's potentially available. And we do have 20 draft picks. We're obviously not using them all.
No.
Or do you trade them all? Do you trade all your picks
Yeah,
for Abdul Carter?
I
Would
think
take
you give it-
TJ Watt, obviously.
Yeah, I think you give him the key.
don't think
I think you would
that's
give him
happening.
the key code. You give him the key code to the fucking to the Wachovia Center, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Little Novacare. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna get the key card for sure. We'll let you in. I mean, nobody's saying no to him.
Yeah.
No, who would I rather have? I don't know. I think he's even more of a game record than Myles Garrett is. Like, I think he gets his fingerprints even more on games.
I
in a
would love
crazy way.
TJ Watt. Yeah.
He's more of a strip sack guy, and he just creates a lot of turnovers. But I mean, I'm in, but I'm also not overpaying. Like, how old is he now?
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't look at that.
I mean, I'm not overpaying it. Like, and I got to pay Jalen Carter soon.
Probably like 31, 32, maybe.
Yeah, I would guess
He's
early
30.
30s.
He's
30.
30.
Okay. I mean, I'll give him a hefty 3-year deal. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Sign me up. 4, maybe.
Yeah.
Some incentives.
I'm still moving around to 49, so and he's a superior athlete.
According to Sports Illustrated, what do they say? Is the Seahawks have the second best? I think the Eagles were up there as well.
Nobody wants to go to Seattle.
No one wants to go to Seattle.
No, especially the last 2 weeks here. I mean, it really summed that up. I don't know how anybody could live there or in London and not absolutely noose it up. I mean, I just could never do it. Could never do it.
We're canceled because a lot of people do. Yeah, right. Yeah, I feel like that's why I feel like Seattle has the biggest
News
suicide-
party.
news one.
I mean, in 2 weeks here, dude, and I I've been
contemplated
sticking forks in goddamn light sockets. I mean, it's been an awful 2 weeks around
Just
here.
looking for some light.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I feel like
I'm looking for a buzz around here, man.
I'm just looking for some light.
You split your wrist to see some color.
Yeah. Just looking for the sun.
It has been pretty terrible. It's been just cold and windy and rainy.
Dreary.
A
A lot of drear.
2 weeks ago it was beautiful.
Oh,
This is that 70 degree week.
Oh,
Right?
that's the
Nice.
biggest. That's the biggest tickle. Tickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you gave me a little tickle down there. You better. Now you don't want to finish.
Then they're
Wanna
like,
finish the job?
by the way, you ready for 48 and rainy for the next 15 days? Bang.
That's to start the tickle, and the lights turn on, and you're like, "Uh-oh." Not what I was expecting.
Yeah, this is what's gonna happen. You know how this goes.
Yeah, April's awful.
Then it'll rain for like 30 days, and then we'll be
It
like,
has.
oh. Then we'll get 16 days of spring, and then it'll be it'll
90.
be Miami winter or Miami summer. 94.
It was fucking Miami Vice.
Yep, grass burned out. Yep.
Can't wait.
Walk out sticky.
Can't wait.
I love a little stick. You know what I mean? Over this, I'll take the stick.
Oh
All day.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
people that tell me like, "Oh, I don't like it when it's hot." Like, I mean, listen, I like it when it's hot a lot more than when it's cold.
Yeah.
When it's cold, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, I'll take. I don't want like a 95, but you can throw an 88 at me all day.
I can live with a 95 outside. I can go get in a little. I can go pool it. You know what I mean? You go to the beach. These are things you can do. You know, there's air conditioning too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can walk. I can walk.
We work
and not,
different jobs. I don't have air conditioning. I don't want 95.
I don't have air conditioning either, babe. So you ain't talking to some. You know what I mean? I'm a soaking mess in the summer, so I hate the summers. So you're preaching to the choir here. But I'm just saying.
I'm just saying I don't want 95. That's all I'm saying.
Outside.
Air condition where?
Not in our
work.
building.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, at work. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't have air
I
conditioning.
mean, I have
either.
air at home. Yeah, I don't have air
Yeah,
at work. I'm loading trucks, so it's
It's hot doing a
yeah,
lesson
yeah.
with no air. You ever do a lesson in a warehouse with no air? That's a good time.
Yeah.
On a horse with no name, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on the horse. With no name.
I am the horse.
I'm the horse. Hey,
Hey, little horsey.
hey, baby.
What do you got there, Don? What'd they do?
Won the NCAA Frozen Four.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
there you go.
National champs. Hockey.
Congrats. I thought
Chippewas.
they
Isn't
were
that the
rowing the boat
Chippewas?
again. I thought they were rowing the boat
No.
again. That's all.
Western Michigan's not the Chippewas.
No,
Was that Eastern?
Broncos, I think. I think they're Broncos.
Central Michigan is the Chippies. Chippewas.
Central Michigan's the Chippewas.
Mhm.
I think Western Michigan's the Broncos.
I believe so too. There was a Flacco that was a Western Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Broncos.
Tommy, maybe? I think Tommy.
One of them, yeah.
Definitely Broncos.
Unnamed horse.
Central
I
Michigan
really-
Chippewas.
I really do dig these Ducks
Oh,
jerseys.
I missed that. Joe Milton got traded to Dallas. I missed that.
Oh, Milton season.
Yeah, like who cares?
Yeah, he could throw it 90 yards.
Well, no, I was reading a rumor that the Cowboys would trade Dak for TJ Watt. Again, just a rumor,
Jerry.
right? And
Jerry being Jerry.
and then it would see. Then the part of it said would see what Milton can do, and I just completely missed that Joe Milton got traded to Dallas. I knew he was on the block.
I mean, I would love the Cowboys to do that because as much as I don't think that Dak is that great, Joe Milton sticks. So that's fine. Trade Dak, that'd be great. That's
TJ Watt for Dak in a first round swap. Steelers get the QB and avoid the contract for Watt and get pick 12. Cowboys get 21 Watt and get to see what Milton can do. They'd have the best D-line in the NFL, would give them an actual chance in the East.
No, it wasn't. Whoever wrote that's an idiot.
It's Kurt Benkert, former quarterback.
Squeeze.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah,
A former quarterback
He said
saying the
Joe
quarterback doesn't
Milton
matter.
would
Yeah.
give them a shot in the East. No, he wouldn't.
Stop writing. I need
Joe
you to
Milton,
stop
Joe
writing
Milton
and
couldn't play for the Patriots. Was he on the Patriots?
He wasn't the Patriots.
Yeah, he didn't play it all there. They just got rid
That's
of him.
the
You know why?
Tennessee
'Cause
guy,
he can't
right? The
play.
guy could throw
Yeah,
it. He could throw it
Yeah, he's
140
a
yards.
short in the dick.
He could
He's a
throw it
short in the
140 yards, and he
Yeah.
couldn't hit. He could hit somebody in a 10-yard pattern, and a
Yeah.
10-yard in, but he could throw
Yeah.
it 150 yards.
dick. Yeah, he's a short in the D guy. He'll
Typical
get Terry
Cowboys.
hard. He'll get Terry hard as a rock when
Yep.
he goes down there.
Black Cloud Bowler.
Terry feels like he's on Viagra again. You know what I mean? When he walked in. So
Pump it up.
Pump it up.
That's great.
I just love these guys. That would give them a shot in the East. No, it wouldn't.
no.
You know what's
Good.
going to give them a shot in the East? Getting worse at the most
Important position.
important position in sports. That's going to give them a shot in the East.
Yeah, I got the plan for the Cowboys.
I love people.
I
They're the
finally
best.
found somebody that actually put like a proposed Eagles trade together for TJ Watt. I don't know how Pittsburgh says no to this deal, right? Obviously, Eagles get TJ Watt, Steelers get Bryce Huff, and a second round and a fifth round pick in the 2025 draft. How do the Steelers say no to that? Like,
I
what
mean,
a joke.
That's when you just got to hope that the Mavericks GM is over in Pittsburgh
Yeah, Nico
for
is
a
in Pittsburgh.
weekend. I think that's a good idea, guys.
Yeah, you know these deals work. It's probably not as they're not going to get as much as they want.
No, yeah, I'm just saying, like,
It's
yeah,
never
no,
how it
you're
works.
right, absolutely right.
So I'm
I'm not saying he's getting it first,
They
but
get more than that.
yeah, I assume they get more. And it's like throwing Bryce Huff in there is like just
No,
trying to
that's the stupid part.
just
Yeah.
give an extra pick, right? Just
Not stupid part for the Eagles, obviously. 'Cause
if it'll work.
yeah, sure. But if you're them, you're like, nah, we're not doing. We're good on Bryce Huff. You can just keep him.
Don't talk
I
me, Don.
I don't see any way that I don't think that TJ is going to get traded. I just don't. I mean, I guess it could happen. I would be pretty
Well,
shocked.
contract talks have broke down.
Is he? I mean, he's not currently a free agent.
He's got
Right,
1
he's
year
not.
left.
Okay.
So
I mean, I just don't. I don't know. I think that
he
would
wants
be a-
another
it could
contract, and
happen.
they,
Well, yeah, I'm sure he wants a contract. Everyone wants a contract. But I mean, I just
Everybody
that's
enjoys
why
life.
rumors out there because the contract talks broke down.
Everybody likes money, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Listen, I'm not. That wasn't intended as like a shot.
No, I just me being a fucking asshole. But I mean, I apologize. Not to Greg, just in general.
I agree, Greg, that obviously this would be the time to trade him. Then if contract talks have broken down, but he's such a good player. I don't think you're going to get the return you want. I don't know. I think that would be I don't usually like saying play it out and let him become a free agent, but in Pittsburgh's case, depending on who their quarterback is, I might let him play it out. I guess are they waiting on Rodgers?
Is that what they're doing? Yeah, he's been nothing short of spectacular. So
yeah, it'll be his 31.
The guy should retire as a Steeler, right? Pay the man his money. That's it. Bottom line. Knock it off. You've had three coaches. You've had three coaches in your fucking storied history. Pay the fucking guy's money. Knock it off.
Agreed.
That's just me, but whatever.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. We should sell the Sixers. Sixers are about to get Cooper Flag. We're gonna be fine.
They totally redeemed themselves.
Yeah, Donnie didn't do well. And let's not let Royer off the hook either. He choked his shit too. And then he redeemed it.
Yeah. Great. I mean,
Justin Rhodes got really unlucky on that shot though too. Like his ball didn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
How about the fact that, I mean, in those last 6 holes, Rory made like 4 outstanding, incredible shots, and then
missed the putt.
4 shots that I would miss at Augusta.
Like, then he laid up on 13 like a little weasel.
Well, the 13 one, he's got the whole green and he hits it into the water.
Yeah.
What? That's something I would have done.
I do that all the time. I got all the room in the world to work with, and I try and get so delicate.
That was crazy though. And then misses
those
2 short putts like
scuba
crazy.
Diver. I'm everything.
Crazy. It was a wild ending. I mean, the Masters always.
Yeah.
Doesn't disappoint.
Doesn't disappoint.
Hated the winner, but it was a good tournament.
Cool to see him get the career Grand Slam.
No, it's not. It wasn't.
6 golfer ever.
It wasn't. It wasn't cool.
Okay, Greg.
He's such a scumbag.
I'm not the biggest Rory guy either, but it's still cool for something that happens. It's the 6th guy ever. It's cool.
Yeah, took him long enough. I mean, it took him 17 tries to get the green jacket. I mean, come on.
Greg, when you're the 6th guy ever to do something,
I'm never going to give him credit. So you can
long enough.
You can tell me you can tell me he's the 6th guy all you want. I don't really give a shit.
That's fine, but your comment doesn't make any sense. Took him long enough. He's the 6th guy ever to do it. That means it took everyone else never did it.
Yeah, but no one else just choked as bad as he has in every Masters ever.
I mean, there's been some pretty bad chokes.
Yeah, they just weren't there to choke.
Greg Norman has a pretty bad choke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devil's Advocate says he's been in it every time to choke.
Not always in it, but yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So he's
the only way you can choke is to be in it.
Yeah. If you shoot an 80 on round 1, is that a choke?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah,
because you're not even in it.
If you're the favorite, yeah, of course, absolutely. So
I love Bryson throwing shade at him after the round 2. It was awesome. Saying he didn't talk to him the whole round. Like someone asked, like, oh, what was chit chat like throughout the round? And he's like, I don't know. He didn't talk to me all round.
I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm not because it's Roy. My crumb of the week is Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, guess who?
And Colin Moore. No, it's not just him though. And Colin Morikawa, and we're going to add Shane Lowry into that now. So a bunch of these guys decide that after bad rounds and after bad finishes, they don't want to talk to the media. They only want to talk to the media after the good rounds. So Shane Lowry went off today on reporters or yesterday on reporters about how he doesn't want to talk. And I'm not saying they're right, wrong, or indifferent, but when you bring up a huge stink about you guys having to talk to the media, and then you also wonder why golf isn't growing the way that you want it to grow, and you're not making, or they're making the money now, but they're only making the money because Liv's was brought in to raise some purses. Like this purse today was the biggest purse at the Masters ever. $4.2 million was what Rory got. It was the biggest ever. So there's just a bunch of guys, and I'm so glad he's in it. It's not just him that now are all anti-talking to the media after bad rounds. They're only going to talk to media after good rounds. Whereas you got guys like Bryson and a bunch of other guys, not just Bryson, but we'll talk to the media at all times. Like I said, Bryson, has really embraced the role of trying to grow the game and being available and being, personable on and off the course. So, so that's number one. And then number two, real quick, is going to be the Masters coverage on Thursday and Friday. They had feature groups, and you had to download the app, and it wasn't available on ESPN until later in the day. But they didn't show any of the live golfers on Thursday and Friday. Bryson ended Friday at second place, and throughout the weekend, you saw 5 shots of his coverage. He was not a feature group. Bryson, whether you like him or not, is a top 5 golfer in the world. He should be, when he's golfing in a major, a featured group that cameras are showing his every shot. Now, Thursday on the weekend, they had to because he was in contention for the tournament. But Thursday and Friday, the coverage was terrible. You couldn't find, the certain feature groups they had, they didn't, it wasn't very spread out very well. So there was a lot of struggles with the Masters coverage on Thursday and Friday when the whole field is on there.
That's infamous for that, though, right?
Yeah.
That's every year, correct?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think every year they start at 10 a.m., but they don't have coverage till 2, right?
Yeah.
There's first 4 hours, no coverage.
I stream the overseas.
Thing,
I stream the overseas broadcast, and they show everything.
I was going to say, because that's a Masters thing. In America, they always do that. I'm not sure why that is. It's very strange.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You would think
because every other.
Why would you? Because every other one you can watch.
You can watch it all the time.
Stream or something. Yeah.
Yep.
The whole time.
It's on. It's easy to find. It's not like you got to jump through hoops.
Yeah, strange. That's strange.
Yeah.
Mike Crum is. We talked about it earlier. You can throw. I'll throw Brandon Marsh in there as well, just because he can't hit water if he fell out of a boat. But boom, I'm very frustrated with Alec. Really thought he was going to come in and have a good year. It has started very bad, and he's back to doing the things that I can't excuse. I can excuse you not hitting and and being upset that you're not hitting great and putting in extra work to try to get there. I'm fine with that. I don't like the throwing of the bats, the throwing of the helmets, complaining that you're getting moved down the order. You're not hitting. Of course you're getting moved down the order. It's crybaby boom again. I can't have it. And now you're taking it with you in the field when you're making bad plays in the field. So I can't. Alec is on thin ice with me right now, and I'm not happy with him. And I need him to start hitting the baseball. Yeah. And the analytic guys will tell me, "Well, he's hit the ball hard, though." I don't care. He's not getting any hits. I don't care if you hit a blooper. Drop one in. We need some hits.
Yeah. Like I said, it comes back to that original comment when he got caught saying, "I hate this place." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's and now it's rearing its ugly head again. You know what I mean? It was nice when you were playing well and you had a nice little first half, but you're just not. Probably you might not be built for the city. And that's the bottom.
Yeah,
looking like it.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's the Nuggets. I'm not a huge Michael Malone guy, especially since that interview when he accosted a reporter and said the guy called him Mike and he said it's Michael. All right, so from that day on, I knew he was a jerk off, and that's what I would have told him. Hey, jerk off! I'll call you jerk off. Okay, buddy, that's it. Right? I'll call you jerk off. All right, how about that? Answer my question, jerk off. Okay, so from that day on, I never liked
Mikey jerk off.
I never liked him, Mikey jerk off. But he won a title in 2023. Right, they're the fourth seed. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right, obviously, there's no, Joker gets along with everybody. It's not like he's feuding with a star. What are they doing? What are they doing? Right, absolute morons.
I think he's the only player to ever win a championship without an all-star as a sidekick.
Yeah,
I think Wills, you said that, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
the fact that no one's ever made an all-star team as playing with him is crazy, though. That's crazy talk.
Sorry to steal your thunder.
No, he's unreal.
No, that's a weird firing.
Super weird. A lot of talk, though. I don't know how true this is, but a lot of talk
Yeah.
I saw online was it had to do with Russell Westbrook.
I saw the same stuff.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Well, they said that Westbrook apparently has been an issue, which
Shocker.
is shocking. But
shock.
apparently Michael Malone was the one that was like, he was still playing him. He was letting him miss meetings and miss stuff, and like people were mad that Malone was still letting Russell play. That apparently is what I was gathering from online.
That's what I heard too.
Don't call me Mike. All right, but you're gonna let Russell Westbrook, run amok. That's amazing to me.
Don, it's Michael. It's Michael Malone.
Yeah, don't call me Mike. Let Russ just do whatever he wants.
Wow, that's insane to me, right? I mean, that's like what kind of principles are we talking about here, Mike?
Yeah, Mike.
And then they cleaned house and fired Booth too, which is whatever. And he didn't do anything anyway.
KZ's 100% right. Top 75.
I got two.
Hollow top 75.
First easy one.
Will hates him, so we know that.
My first one's an easy one because we've talked about it for as long as I've been on here, and that's the Phillies offense.
Yeah,
easy one. Don't gotta go any further, but they're an absolute crumb of the week for their performance this week. Simple. Feel like we just got another 3 hits in 9 innings. $1 billion.
$1 billion lineup, 3 hits.
Hard to do. But yeah, so easy crumb.
Shut out real quick. Shut out 5 times all of last year, twice this weekend.
Ha! Oh, good times are flowing here.
The vaunted Cardinals staff.
Yeah.
By Frenchie and Lefty.
Gonna say we didn't even have to mention that it was Andre Palante and Matthew Liberatore that did it.
There's a big.
Carpenter and Matt Morris were off this week.
If you were asking. And my other one is just like, first off, tournaments need to get away in travel baseball from this time limit bullshit. Look, all across the board, like teams go to play games, right? You go to play a game. Let teams go play a game. And then you have your run rules, and you can make your run rules a little bit less if you want to, right? If you need to shorten your, you know what I mean? To try to speed up some other stuff. I mean, goodness gracious, put clocks in then if you need to. I don't know, right? But let these teams come up and play 7 innings, in a lot of these places. No, we got to have like an hour 45, and finishing innings is always okay, right? It's not the end of the world, right? But we're doing drop deads.
That's embarrassing.
We're doing a drop dead situation.
Terrible.
And then so the tournament,
finish it.
yeah, the tournaments we all know about. We all know, at least us 3 know about the nonsense and how they make it so difficult, and they can't get out of their own ways. Now, girls are playing hour 30 drop deads or hour 20 finish innings, but they're also playing 5 games in a day. So you need that speed up, right? They're getting their work in by playing as many games as they are.
But again, I couldn't agree with you more. I hate that too. I don't care what age it is. I mean, I think it was a year ago. Bianca was mid at bat. The guy stopped it. I said, "Excuse me."
What?
He said, "Time limit." Yeah, time limit. That's what dropped dead. That's what he said. Dropped dead. Hey, she's middle of a bat. And he said, "Hey, jerk off." She's in the middle of a bat.
Yeah,
I like to throw a lot of jerk offs out. I don't care what the rule is. Finish the at bat.
Yeah, finish the at bat.
All right, we're here to develop. What the fuck cares about you? You got your money. Stop stealing money. All right, you got it. You got your money.
So then these guys on the other team, like, then it came into play. Of course it would. You know what I mean? Of course it would. And we're up 3-2 going into the top inning. Right now we're a home team. So now there's like, I want to say there's like 15 minutes on the clock, right? When they're up, and they then realize what they're in. Okay, they realize what they're in, and the first base coach is literally voice audio and the other coach. It was amazing stuff. Okay, and I'm just sitting there like, this is amazing, but whatever. I didn't think about it at the beginning of it, and then they get 2 guys on. Naturally, go take my starter out, right? And we're gonna go to the pen. I feel like they get second and third out of that, and then they realize that they start to realize the time. I think they score on a pass ball, right? They score on a pass ball, I want to say, and then they realize the time. So now, no, it was a bunt. They scored on a bunt. All right, they scored on a squeeze. So now they realize the time. All right, and then what they do, the next guy is, because at this point there's like, I want to say there's like 8 minutes left, and they're like, we got to finish a whole nother inning, right there in their head. They got to finish a whole nother inning, and there's 2 outs here at this point, right? There's 2 outs, by the way, and they got to finish a whole nother inning. Or the game doesn't matter, reverts, right? Because it reverts the whole way back. That's the crazy part of it. So now they take a 4-3 lead, and then they took a 4-3 lead because their guy just started running home. He was going to steal home off a lefty, and he balked. Okay, naturally balked on that one. And they take a 4-3 lead. So then their next batter, they're like, just strike out. Step on the plate. I mean, I'm young. Step on the plate when you swing. Like, what? And it was just bunt. And I'm like, do you guys realize at any point, like I started getting annoyed by it, right? Like at any point that I can just go make a pitching change and screw up everything you're trying to do here, everything, all the little circus you guys are doing here, I can mess it up by going to make a pitching change right now if I really wanted to be that guy. This guy needs work on the mound. He hasn't pitched yet this year. I need to pitch him, right? He's too good not to pitch, right? But like, I could go do it and be that guy just to play for the potential trophy next game. Cool story. Not doing it. Not doing it. We didn't do it. I didn't do it. And there were 6 minutes when we came up. Six something, maybe 7. All right. And we got all 20 seconds. There was 20 seconds on the clock when the final out was made. So we didn't stall. At any point, could have cut those 20 seconds to somewhere, right? Could have called timeout to the batter, right? Sweeps. Could have said, "Hey, timeout, batter, come down here real quick." Could have been a real loser at any point. But you're letting the inmates run the asylum again, or you're just. This is what you want to do because it's that important. And then I think they were losing 18-0. So the baseball gods didn't come back in that bottom inning like I was hoping it would, right? I thought the baseball gods would show up for me with a runner on second, right? You know what I mean? Like a little baseball god extend it. Come on, little base hit here. And we ground out, and he was safe by a foot. But again, that guy was over 4 on the night too, so he didn't show up either. All right? He didn't show up either. I told him when he left that, thanks for showing up tonight, because you didn't. Because he didn't. And I wasn't getting on him at all. It was just bad. Like, it was just bad. There's too many egregious calls at first base that literally could be made in the parking lot that I need you to do a better job. This is supposed to be pristine up here. Prestigious. You come down there, jerk me off. All right? Everybody jerk me off. But not the reason we lost. We lost because we got 4 hits. So, right? But, and again, we lost the game because we lost the game. And we go home, and you learn off the loss, not, oh, let me delay it so it reverts back, and then everything that happened the past inning doesn't matter. No, it absolutely matters. We didn't play good enough that last inning. We had an opportunity. We had an opportunity. We didn't do it. We could have. We could have, but we had our opportunity, and we lost the game. And time went out, and the inning ended, and they won. Congratulations. But the fact that you were trying to get out of that inning quicker is what drives me crazy. And the kid was just bunting like this. The guy was just holding his bat out like this and missing on purpose. Is this real life? Is this what we're doing? Sorry, there's my crumbs.
Brutal.
It's always something like Don.
Don.
That is terrible though. Like you're all chasing a stupid trophy at Diamond Nation for.
Just play game. We just want to play game. Everybody just wants to play games.
Yeah.
It's not this serious. Right?
It's not that hard. Yeah.
Like we're in no other levels are we just ending a game. Like, oh, you know what? Like, yeah, run rules, sure, okay. But like I'm saying time limits. There's no time limits. This isn't basketball. All right. I don't want to rant anymore. I'm good. Good show.
Good stuff.
Let's go, Phils.
Go,
Who do
Phil.
we got to the Giants, Greg?
Marlins.
Who gives a shit?
They'll come in and sweep our ass.
Over.
We're going over the homestand. Well, if we go over the homestand, there better be some changes then. We better have a bunch of puppies up then.
I'm gonna breaking news, guys. We're not gonna go over the homestand.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
Are you ending it or me?
Go ahead.
Oh, Greggy fingers. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Greg, finish the job, Greg.
Yeah,
finish the
buddy.
job. Say goodbye to the people and finish the job.
You got her to the brink. Finish
Thank
it.
you all for joining.
Finish it.
It's another edition of Agree to Disagree. Thomas Arnone, Ryan Wilson.
He almost said this is disagree. That's what
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said.
I got the principal in the back of the room now.
Yep, the guy's being evaluated.
Sweep over there. We'll see you next week. See you.